Trying a little onside kick. Denied by the Tigers. Colby Cox with a recovery. The Tigers would win 35-32. Big win for Memphis.
Wyoming scores 35 of their victory. They're now 4-1, 35-26 over to Mexico. Andrew Peasley, $194 and 2 total touchdowns. Elsewhere in the Mountain West, UNLV 44-20 over Hawaii. They are 4-1 for the first time since 2003 as they rush for over 300 yards. And there's a delay in the Colorado State game. They lead
Utah
10.
Oh, Utah. I thought Colorado State, they were a good team.
10 there in the second. Getting closer to kickoff from Falcon Stadium. The two head coaches, Brady Hoke, trying to get things right and get that ship back on track for 2-3 San Diego State. His second stint, of course, at San Diego State. Troy Calhoun, we just had the interview with him. Air Force trying to get to 5-0. Kickoff to come. Predictions after the break.
Where'd you learn to serve?
Oh, I didn't serve, but if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served in the military, you can join USAA.
Yeah, my grandpa did, so I'm already in, but I was talking about your serve.
Oh.
USAA, for the military community.
Feast your eyes on Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Fresh dough made daily, topped with our signature sauce. 3 real cheeses, classic pepperoni, plus crispy cupped Old World pepperoni. Pure pepperoni perfection for just $9.99, but for a limited time only.
Destinate 10! Gun disable tank! Oh!
Tank identified! Range 1200!
Fire is just
On the way!
target cease fire! Hey! Nice shot. That's what I'm talking about.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way. Offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In progress, SEC 13th ranked LSU Ole Miss, and this is a good old-fashioned shootout.
Nice dropping a dime in the bucket. 11 yards over the shoulder from Jaden Daniels to Brian Thomas. Tigers trail 28-21, and then Daniels dropping another dime to Kyron Lacey. 29 yards over the shoulder. Tigers trail 31-28 at the half.
And we updated. That is indeed the score at the break. Jackson Dart, 242 and 3 touchdowns. Daniel, 234 and 3. He's got 67 on the ground. Stay tuned. That's going to be a fun one. Elsewhere in the SEC, Florida gets hammered by Kentucky. Missouri, 38-21 victory there as Brady Cook has broken Andre Woodson's SEC record of 325 consecutive passes without an interception. And in the opening quarter, 21st-ranked Tennessee leading South Carolina 7-3. Danny, let's update that 9th-ranked Oregon at Stanford game.
A little slow start, but they're getting on back on track in a hurry thanks to Bucky Irving. Jukes his way to the outside of the 17-yard run. That would put the Ducks up 14-6. I would expect them to continue to take control.
And that's what we've got right there. Bodex, 12-15 for 96. We're moments away from kickoff from Falcon Stadium. Prediction time. Who's taking San Diego State to get the upset here, Kevin?
I'm not. I'm not. They're not playing the defense that they once played, and right now Air Force has found an answer for the run.
My guy Tom Fornelli in the Cover 3 podcast, he says there's teams that are a wagon. Air Force is a wagon. You want to get on that wagon.
Rich Waltz, Aaron Taylor, Tiffany Blackman on the call. Enjoy the game. We'll see you back here at halftime.
All right, thank you, Brent Stover. You might want to hustle and get a seat for this one because the Falcons of Air Force are unbeaten and off to a great start in the Mountain West. Troy Calhoun has one of his best teams ever. But look who's in town, San Diego State. And San Diego State, more than any team in this conference, plays the Falcons tough. They've won 9 of the last 10 against Air Force. Ready for some college football. The foot of the Rocky Mountains. San Diego State off to a 2-3 start. And the Air Force Falcons sit on top of the Mountain West at 4-0, 2-0. And the Aztecs, with a win here, draw back to an even 500. Hi, everybody. Rich Waltz, along with Aaron Taylor. Tiffany Blackman will join us shortly. You know how important it is because these two teams are always near the top. There's no divisions this year, so every win counts for everybody. And look, Air Force has the momentum, but San Diego State plays them so well.
They play them extremely well, Rich. You mentioned winning 9 of the last 10, but they've also beat them 4 straight times here at the Academy. So this Aztec team is coming off a pretty good offensive performance, is going to come in confident.
Job one for Troy Calhoun in the offseason, replacing Brad Roberts, the phenomenal fullback, over 1,700 yards, led college football last year. It's been a two-man group. John Lee Edwards III and Emmanuel Michel, who's the actual fullback, but it's John Lee Eldridge who has been doing some dynamite stuff.
They both have been tremendous running the football, which is why Air Force is so good, averaging over 400 yards per game. But look at this run, Rich. This really embodies the tenacity, the want to, the drive, the effort that Air Force represents.
All right, explain this. Why is San Diego State good against defending this triple option?
They run their own version of an offense, but it's a 3-3-5 defense that's hard to defend. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs makes it really hard to identify for this style of offense.
If there was a bright spot on the tight loss against Boise State last week, it's that the passing game got going. Jalen Mayden had a great game, and Balin Brooks, the freshman, broke out.
It was the combination of Mayden's accuracy and decision-making and Brooks' ability to separate that created some problems. That could be a mismatch here against this Air Force secondary.
Yeah, Brady Hoke feels like their experience against this Air Force triple option will pay off tonight, and Troy Calhoun trying to stay unbeaten, trying to keep the roll going. Can he make it 10 in a row? And we are underway on a gorgeous night here in Colorado. Colorado Springs, home of the Academy. And here comes Jalen Mayden. What'd you like about last week?
Just the way that he distributed the football. You could tell that he was in command. He was above the offense. His decision-making was great. He ran when it was appropriate. Rich, the only blemish were the 2 turnovers that proved to be the difference in the loss to Boise State.
Speaking of running the football, San Diego State has not run it as well as they are accustomed to. That's something they want to get going, and their offensive coordinator, Ryan Lindley, was pleased with Mayden, Balin Brooks, and Breon Penny on the outside also had a good night against Boise State last Friday. One note, Mekhi Shaw, who's been out for the last couple of weeks, is suited up. He's one of their top receivers, and he may play tonight. We'll keep an eye on him. And here we go. Air Force's defense is really good, allowing just 223 yards per game. Mayden, quick throw. That's his best. That's on the money, and that's Mark Redmond, his wide receiver. A quick strike for the Aztecs.
I'm not surprised to see this is all Mark Redmond's the most productive tight end in the Mountain West and one of the country. San Jose State a week ago against this Air Force defense had a lot of success throwing the football to the tight end. Dominic Mazzotti had 5 catches for 60 yards with a long of 33. We're going to see Redmond and passes like that all evening.
Out to the 46. First drive on the ground. Keenan Kristen, and a flag is down. Kristen is out to the 48.
Holding number 70, offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Nolan Dumas, part of the Mountain West crew. All right, San Diego State's offense. Now, this was a little foreshadowing on our part because Redmond now has 19 catches, and that leads all San Diego State receivers.
He's really the type of target that you want if you're an offense that's trying to get its quarterback comfortable. He's 6'6", 255 pounds, transferred in from Washington, but he's a matchup nightmare, and we saw his ability to stretch the seam vertically on first down.
3-receiver look, and 1st and 20. Maiden flips it out. That's Kristen. They will throw to their receivers. Air Force's defense doesn't spend a lot of time on the field, but when they're out there, they got playmakers.
And one of those guys is Jonathan Youngblood. When we talked to Troy Calhoun, he said, tell us a little bit about Youngblood. He said, guys, this guy's a football player. How'd I do?
Very good. Very good. And you can see that this 3-3-5 turns into a 4-4-3 with safeties playing linebacker and linebackers playing defensive line, trying to shut down this triple option. Kristen to midfield. And this is going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 6.
And that's not good news for this Aztec team because Air Force is one of the best 3rd down defenses in the country, only allowing their opponents to convert 29% of the time. But here at midfield, where points and possession.
Last week, great improvement for San Diego State on 3rd down. They were 7 of 13, including a good number of those long 3rd downs. 3rd and 6 here. Air Force blitzes. Maiden's in trouble, and down he goes. Oh, let me tell you about Bo Richter.
They don't blitz a lot, but when they do, they bring it. He's just going to come off the top of your screen. He's an extra defender in the box. You don't have that picked up, so you have to check out before the play or slide the protection to Bo Richter's way, and his 3rd sack of the season was a big one. Woo-hoo-hoo, look at that, Rich. He's jacked.
Brandon Engel is deep. And the punt by Jack Browning. Engel makes a fair catch at the 12. Air Force defense stops him at midfield. 46-yard punt. Air Force with the ball when we return.
Growing up in a military family, I saw firsthand how AAFES supports our service members and families worldwide. When you shop at a BX or PX, 100% of those earnings go back to support quality of life programs that ultimately strengthen our resiliency and readiness to serve. I am Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Joanne Bass, a BX and PX shopper since 1993.
Cracked windshield on your new car? Bring it to Safelite. My customer was enjoying her new car when her windshield cracked.
My car.
She didn't take it to the dealer. She scheduled with Safelite. We have the latest technology for the newest vehicles, and we do more replacements and recalibrations than anyone else.
Thank you so much.
Don't wait. Schedule now.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
My name is Ashley Cortez, and I'm the founder of the Stay Beautiful Foundation. When I started in 2016, I would go to the post office and literally fill out each person's name on a label. And now at ShipStation, we are shipping 500 beauty boxes a month. It takes less than 5 minutes for me to get all of my labels and get beauty in the hands of women who are battling cancer so much quicker.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
Wow, you guys did great with this place. Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union.
Our members are the mission.
Scoreless start, first possession for Air Force, first series for San Diego State's defense. Tackling is job one, right, Tiffany Blackman?
It most certainly is, and I spoke with San Diego State linebacker Zyrus Fiaseu, and he told me that facing a run game like this Air Force offense has, well, it's really going to show you just how tough you are. And he said the emphasis this week was on just playing disciplined and doing your job. And guys, we know that defensive coordinator Kurt Maddox, well, he had them getting back to the basics this week because missing tackles has been a problem like it was last week against Boise State. They missed 17. And then overall this season, they are tied for 6th most missed tackles in the FBS.
That's always trouble, Tiffany, for any defense, especially if you're facing Air Force. This is Larrier, the speedy quarterback. And San Diego State does a nice job of stringing him out. He gets to the 16. It's a gain of about 5. Larrier was a wide receiver or a wingback most of last year.
And played about 30 snaps, so he wasn't on the field very much, was banged up. Wasn't told that he was going to play quarterback until about a couple weeks before camp started. It's remarkable what he's done so far early in the season.
First carry, Emmanuel Michel, and I'm telling you what, this guy is hard to bring down. He bounces across the 20, and he's right on the stick. Air Force offensively, really good offensive line starting in the middle.
Yeah, Thor Paglialong, he's one of the seniors in this senior-laden group. They call themselves the Diesel. They are the straw that stirs the drink. We get all caught up in the Brad Roberts and the Zach Larriers and the Emmanuel Michels, the John Lee Eldridges, but this offensive line is one of the best in the country.
That was enough for a first down. Keep an eye on clock because Air Force has a tendency to dominate it during a football game, especially this year. Larrier pulls it. Man, has he got a lot of green in front. Gets to the outside, and the track champion inside San Diego State territory, inside the 40. Mountain West champion in the 400 meters.
Well, we talked about missed tackles. You're going to see a safety get himself out of position and get trapped inside right there. Sedarius Barfield, he's the guy that's got to be able to fill that alley, and missed tackles and bad eyes showing up early for a defense that had trouble with that throughout the first 3 weeks.
41 yards on that run. And it sits at the 37. This time, San Diego State was right there. Daniel Okpoko, San Diego State's defense, and they've made some adjustments, some guys moving up in the world.
Yeah, Marcus Radcliffe plays the Aztec position, which is kind of a hybrid safety or a nickel or a star. He's going to be playing closer to the line of scrimmage in the linebacker. Defensive coordinator Kurt Maddox told us that they're going to employ a 4-4 defense. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers. Sam Houston State had a lot of success against Air Force running that very thing.
Larrier a pitch. This is Eldridge, and he's upended. And San Diego State looking good early. Devon Celestine there on the hit. That's a loss of 2.
This is very good back-to-back plays for San Diego State. Getting Air Force behind the sticks is the kryptonite to this offense. So typically, Rich, when you chart them, anything 3rd and 14 or longer, they typically run the ball. It's almost like them waving the white flag because they don't want to put the football in jeopardy. Let's see if they stay on that script here.
And they feel like they're outside of field goal range. So this is altitude, and right now the wind is not a factor. It was blowing pregame, but not right now. Larrier's pitch, and he can't get it off. Marcus Radcliffe. So we've seen 2 defensive backs who have moved up to linebacker. Radcliffe and Celestine make big plays.
Maddox's adjustments are already working, and you see the penetration. They're resetting the line of scrimmage, which prevents the offensive line to get to those second-level defenders. That is an outstanding response by this Aztec defense.
Carson Bay to punt it. And that one's going to land and roll into the end zone. And so a touchback, 45-yard punts. Both defenses stiffen. Scoreless start. Gorgeous night. Mountain West, Colorado Springs.
Don't you think this is a bit extreme?
It is. But it's where I need to be.
We know you love a challenge. We didn't expect this.
If it were expected, it wouldn't be a challenge. So, Mom, Dad, what do you think?
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by The Exchange, welcoming home veterans to their exchange shopping benefits. By USAA, serving the military community and their families. And by ServPro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration.
Always cool to come here and call a college football game. Falcon Stadium, Air Force really good. They're 4-0. San Diego State reeling a bit. They've lost 3 straights. And you can see the stands above the cadets gone right now. There's a $130 million renovation going on to that side of the stadium. Skyboxes, suites, everything will be in place next year. There's still a really nice crowd here tonight. Jalen Armstead in the backfield, and his first carry gets him all the way out to the 30-yard line. He's just shy of the 30, so he's just shy of a first down.
This is a gap scheme where you have double teams on the play side. You bring the second back and the backside guard up through to create angle blocks at the point of attack. That seemed to work pretty well against Air Force, and that's really where San Diego State has the advantage. They're a bigger and stronger physical line than Air Force is, but Air Force is scrappy and plays with great fundamentals.
Maiden play action, fires, and tried to fit it in a tight window to Balin Brooks, and it's incomplete.
Almost would have liked to have seen Jalen Maiden to extend that. It was second and short. He had a free run. You think he probably could have made himself to the sticks and got a fresh set of downs. This brings up a 3rd and short, which is a high percentage situation. But that was a ball that, to me, felt a little forced by 18.
3rd and 1 for this Air Force offense is usually a layup. They are really good on 3rd down. Or excuse me, for the San Diego State offense. For the defensive Air Force, they're very good on 3rd down. And San Diego State punctures the line and gets out to the 34. And so the Aztecs move the chains. Keenan Kristen again.
This is all the craze in football. You're going to see that it's going to be a handoff out to the outside. You basically create another gap scheme where you're taking advantage of down blocks. So it puts stress on the defense. Or they have to defend both A gaps for the sneak or the outside D gap like they did there. That was a really nice play call that time by offensive coordinator Ryan Lindley.
Armed Forces football proudly supported by the Exchange.
That's just one of the many ways the NFL has an influence on college football. See that a lot from the Eagles.
Kristen, who had the big kickoff return to open the Boise State game last week, gets out to the 35-yard line. Running some clock is important in this game for San Diego State because Air Force, they are the kings of that. their time of possession differential is second best in the country, only to Penn State. And that's what they did so well last week in the second half against San Jose State. That's sort of San Diego State's game, too, in most years.
Yeah, control the football and play great defense. So the flip side of Air Force being so good on the offensive side of the ball is that their defense is resting.
Maiden standing in. Big target. Again, it's Redmond. And he has it about the 40-yard line. That's short of the first down by about 4 yards.
Maiden was back there eating sandwiches. Really nice protection. They only bring a late fifth one off the outside. But that's Redmond's strong hands going up and plucking this football in extremely tight coverage. Nice job there.
All right, so it's third down again. As I noted, Air Force is one of the best around. 29% their opponents convert a third down. That's a really good percentage.
And the Aztecs have struggled, only converting about 36% of their third downs. They're going to want to keep it around here all afternoon if they can.
On third down and 4, empty backfield. Blitz comes, Maiden gets it out in time, and Cam Davis has the catch, lunges ahead to the 47. That's a first down.
This is really where we've seen Jalen Maiden start to grow up. Pressure in his face, he knows what the hot read is. He gets the football to Kristen, and now the chains continue to move. That's the sign of a quarterback that's starting to feel comfortable and understands mechanically what the offense is attempting to do.
This is where that initial drive for San Diego State stalled on the 46-yard line. Martin Blake in the ball game, along with Keenan Kristen in the backfield. Maiden firing and over and beyond Balin Brooks, who had a coming out party last week. 5 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown in the 3-point loss to Boise State.
Yeah, Balin Brooks really kind of stepped out, and I like the play call that time by Ryan Lindley, trying to keep Air Force off balance here. He really didn't have a place to go with the football. He needed to try to get that to Balin Brooks a little bit earlier, but throws on first down are tendency breakers as we're taking a look at Ryan Lindley, who, boy, when he came here last year from Mississippi State and inherited Jalen Maiden, a converted safety, thought there was no chance this was going to work.
Little inside screen to Cameron Harpole, and he rumbles inside of Air Force territory and is down to the 45. He's shy of the first down by 1.5 yards. And so another short third down for what is looking like a really nice drive for San Diego State.
Yeah, and that time it was Air Force that missed a couple tackles there. Nicely designed and executed play. And honestly, Rich, we're talking about it. San Diego State is right now offensively using the exact same game plan that the Falcons have been so successful on.
And this might just be 4-down territory.
Look at this, got an inverted wishbone.
A lot of company in the backfield. Maiden will hand it off. Armstead hit at the 45 and stopped at the line of scrimmage. And Air Force says they have the football. The officials aren't buying it right now. And now, as we noted, it's a decision. I mean, you're moving the football. It's 4th and 1. It's sitting at the 45 of Air Force.
There seemed to be immediate penetration there. Boom, just a nice job along that defensive front of not creating anywhere to run. Jonathan Youngblood, and that ball's out. That's a fumble with an immediate recovery by Air Force. They need to stop this game and take a look at it. They're going to flip this. This is a turnover at midfield that should go to the Falcons.
And San Diego State bunched together, and the officials do stop it. That last look, and of course you've got replay officials who are looking at it as well. Remember last week the Maiden fumble at the goal line? It was called a touchdown. Didn't look like a fumble until like the second replay look. Then it was reviewed, and then it was overturned, and it became Boise State's ball. That was a huge play in a 3-point loss to Boise State.
And it's the quickest way to get yourself beat against an Air Force team that thrives off taking advantage of turnovers.
And now it's not a touchdown, obviously, but still it's a similar call here because it could give Air Force the football and stop this drive. Let's see if we see a knee or an elbow down.
That ball's out.
That is out. How about recovery?
And it's important because when the whistles blow, the immediate recovery by Air Force, and Jamari Bellamy in this case.
San Diego State.
I'm not sure. It's a timeout. We will straighten this out when we return. Scoreless.
Mike's, they slice your sub right in front of you. All that meat and cheese just for me. Watching that takes me to my happy place. Oh, wait. Jersey Mike's is my happy place. Kelly, did I place an order here in my happy place?
Not yet, Danny.
Then I'm going back to reality.
Number 7 for Danny.
Oh, thanks, reality, Kelly. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Hey, wake up. The words in your head, you're the only one that can hear them. Say it. Yes, I can. Move. Feel it. Hold on to this feeling. Yes, I can. Yes, I must. Watch me.
Instacart makes it easy to shop all your weekly groceries. And other essentials. So you never miss a minute of the game.
All right, it's scoreless, and here's what we know. The official's mic isn't working. That's number one. But apparently this play was not reviewed for a fumble, or they didn't feel that it was. We were told it was not reviewed. And so it's 4th and 1 right now. We looked at the replays, and it certainly looked like a fumble.
I don't know if there's a clearer picture of the ball being out of the ball carrier's possession than what we saw there with the immediate recovery of Air Force. The fact that they didn't even take a look at that is concerning. But nonetheless, here's Brady Hope. 2 for 4 so far this year on 4th down, only attempted 1, and that was on the road at Oregon State. They converted that one. Let's see if they have the similar luck here with this gift of a possession.
Maiden straight ahead, he gets help, and it looks like he's got the first down. So what feels like a real break for San Diego State, and they collect on it and get the first down and keep the drive going.
That was great surge up front through the A-gaps. That's the counterplay to what we saw them do earlier. But clearly a change of strategy that we've seen from San Diego State given their opponent. They're going to be more aggressive on 4th downs as well.
43-yard line of Air Force. And you can see this is an Air Force-type drive for San Diego State. Approaching 6 minutes and already double-digit plays. Kristen slams over the right side. And the pile pushing. And right now the offensive line for San Diego State opening some holes.
And this is a group that had been challenged through a couple weeks. They struggled in pass protection but didn't give up any sacks a week ago against Boise. And to your point, they're getting a hat on the hat, and they're getting some movement up front. And I really felt coming in that this offensive line was going to have to lead the charge if the Aztecs were going to win their matchup offensively. And so far here in the first quarter, they've done that.
Getting closer to field goal range for Jack Browning. 2nd down and 4. Kristen hit in the hole and knocked back. And again, that looked like Jonathan Youngblood and Alec Mock
Alec Mock was there as well. Had 6 tackles and a forced fumble a week ago. But the shortest distance between 2 points for a linebacker is a head start and great instincts, and Mock's got both.
Brian Knorr, the defensive coordinator. One thing unique about the Air Force Academy, all 3 of the main coaches, the head coach, the OC, the DC, were all Air Force quarterbacks. Knorr was a quarterback. Mike Thiessen, the OC, a quarterback. And obviously so was Troy Calhoun. 3rd down again. And straight ahead goes San Diego State. This may be another 4th and 1. You're on the periphery of field goal range, but I think they're going to go for it after a 4-yard carry.
I think you have to. With the way that your offensive line is playing and the way that this man's offense plays in general, you have to change things up. You have to play complementary football. But San Diego State so far in this first quarter's run as many 4th downs as they've had through the first couple 3 or 4 ball games. This is a style that you have to do.
14th play of this drive. And Armstead is stood up right at the stick. We'll see where they mark it. If that's where they mark it, they've got the 1st down. You can see the linesman coming in, and he's past and inside the 33.
I think he's got it with forward progress, but a great job of Trey Taylor coming up and hitting him right at the sticks here at the end of the first quarter.
First quarter and a long drive for San Diego State. It's got them in Air Force territory. Scoreless start in the Mountain West tonight.
The Military Star Card is an exclusive benefit for the military community. No matter where on installation you use it, Military Star helps you save while you earn rewards. Save at the pump. Save on meals. Save when you shop your exchange in-store and online at shopmyexchange.com. The Military Star Card is available exclusively to the military community. Visit your local exchange or myecp.com for more information.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels and saving money.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, like, we're cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
Your pride and joy is measured in acres. Keep them looking their best with the Kubota lineup. Versatile Sidekick utility vehicles. The #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience. Professional grade mowers for a professional cut. It's equipment built with one purpose, to get the job done right.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's with the sandwich names?
Oh, they're just nods to my time in the Army.
Oh, but what's the Steven named after?
Steven is from Navy Federal Credit Union. They've been helping with my finances since I enlisted. You want another Steven, Steven?
Keep them coming, Hannah.
Okay.
Maybe someday I could get a sandwich named after me. No.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
The American Cancer Society's Hope Lodge communities offer a free home away from home, closer to cancer care. People are meant to be together. Learn more to help keep it that way.
My name is Juanita Segura, and I was diagnosed in November of 2014 with non-small cell lung cancer.
Through just doing online activity, I found out about biomarker testing.
My fear was I wasn't gonna be here to see my children grow up. That gave me hope, knowing that I have that chance. Ask your doctor how comprehensive biomarker testing before treatment may help you decide on the best treatment for you. Visit noonemissed.org for more.
Scoreless into the second moments ago. Tiffany Blackman with Troy Calhoun.
Coach Calhoun, you guys didn't get the call for that fumble. How do you get this defense to regroup?
Well, they'll battle, and this is really kind of what you expected a little bit, as far as the first quarter goes, and really the entire game. I mean, just a close, hard-fought football game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Troy Calhoun, laser focused right now, and as we have talked about late in the first quarter, look at this domination by San Diego State, and the time of possession is significant.
They're beating Air Force at their own game, Rich, and we started this show at the very top talking about Air Force being 4-0 and San Diego State's on a 3-game losing streak, but the Aztecs have dominated this series, and a lot of times it looks just like this.
Armstead and Blake in the backfield, 1st and 10, and this is Armstead, and he's going to get inside the 25. All right, let's go back to the play and do two things. Watch the runner and listen for the whistle. Well, first, we'll just see the fumble. There's the fumble, clearly recovered by Air Force.
And you hear the whistles coming in there late.
Listen now.
No whistle. There's the whistle.
We clearly, when we saw that first look, neither a knee or an elbow or a forearm was down before the ball came out. But San Diego State continues to pound it, and this is Jalen Armstead. And Armstead, after a 10-yard pickup, goes down hard. He gains 1 here. Well within field goal range, but obviously San Diego State trying to get into the red zone and get into the end zone. They've had trouble getting in the end zone from the red zone. And in the last 3 games they've played, they have had a turnover either in the end zone or at the goal line.
This is really a weakness-on-weakness situation. Air Force defensively, as good as they've been, have struggled down here, as have the Aztecs putting the football in the end zone.
This drive is close to 10 minutes long. 17th play. Maiden's throw is on the money and caught. That's Nicholson for the touchdown. 21 yards. What a statement by the Aztecs.
A statement made on the back, and now there's a flag that's been thrown down on the field, but great protection. And this is the accuracy and the delivery of the football that really started to emerge a week ago. Nicholson running a beautiful route, getting north and south.
Foul on the play. Touchdown.
So they pick the flag up, and San Diego State, look at this, 17 plays, 80 yards, over 9.5 minutes.
It's incredible. Hey.
I mean, Air Force is the second best time of possession team in the country. In the middle of that drive, a little controversy and maybe a break for San Diego State. No whistle, ball's out. Air Force had it, no review. Maiden goes to work. Nicholson, the senior, and it's 7-0 Aztecs.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat, Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
Pack all the things. Roll with the punches. Then go when you wanna. It's the flexibility you want, only at Southwest.
If you're watching this Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance commercial, there's a good chance that you're alive. And if you're not, well, this may not be of interest to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life insurance? I'm going to live forever. Death is what happens to other people. Well, for the sake of argument, let's assume you're wrong and that someday you won't be watching TV anymore. I know it's not easy to talk about, so I'll do the talking. If you're 50 plus and alive, you can apply for Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance with guaranteed acceptance, regardless of your health. And since this life insurance is guaranteed, you don't have to get a medical exam. In fact, you don't even have to fill out a health questionnaire. For a free quote, just call 800-600-9093. Then when you stop, if you stop watching TV, your family can use the insurance money to help cover your final expenses or anything else. For a free quote, call today, 800-600-9093. Your kids already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make them inherit your final expense tab, too.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Remember the energy the cadets had running to their seats, which is a great tradition here. They've kind of flattened out a little bit after this. 17 plays, 80 yards, 9.5 minutes.
It's incredible. The Aztecs have had the ball for 21 offensive plays. 9 of those snaps have been in Air Force's territory. The Falcons, Rich, have only had the ball 6 snaps. That means that this defense for the Aztecs is feeling pretty fresh right now.
Browning to kick it off. John Lee Eldridge is one of the receivers back for Air Force. Not many kickoffs are returned at this elevation. If you got
this elevation, yeah, and Troy Calhoun likes to fair catch everything because of ball security.
And that one goes over the back line of the end zone. In today's installment of Air Force's Greatest Legends, brought to you by The Exchange, we take a look at Reggie Remberts, who had 2 interceptions against the Aztecs of San Diego State back in 2009. And how about a fumble? Yes, that was called a fumble in that one. And Reggie Rembert took it back 47 yards. The Aztec quarterback that day, Ryan Lindley, who had a great career with the Aztecs, went on to play in the NFL, all of that. Now Air Force gives it to their fullback, Emmanuel Michel, out to the 30-yard line. How do you defend this triple option? When Brady Hoke was an assistant with Rocky Long at Oregon State, Oregon State ran the triple option, so these guys faced it in practice and in fall ball and everything, and he said the one thing he learned, you blitz it. You're aggressive against it. You go after it. Don't sit back and wait on it. This is Larrier. Bounces outside. Great block there to the 40, and Larrier is deep inside of San Diego State territory. Another big run for the Air Force quarterback.
Rich, your defense, you have to have an edge that's set. Nobody there for San Diego State is setting the edge, and therefore Larrier, boom, right there is able to get the ball and turn himself upfield. You have to have somebody that is the force or contain player off that outside edge, and that's just one of the many challenges that this offense presents.
Right at the 36-yard line. Calvert in motion, and this is Aiden Calvert with his first touch, and he'll get a couple of yards. I mean, the offense the last 2 years was Brad Roberts and Hazik Daniels, a dynamite duo. Daniels the quarterback, Roberts the fullback. And you know, people sometimes don't realize what they're working with here at the Air Force. If they were playing by everybody else's rules, Troy Calhoun would have 2 more years of Roberts and 2 more years of Daniels, but not at the academy. They have graduated, and they move on to start their military career. That's something. Just think about this team with Daniels and Roberts back.
It'd be incredible. Brad Roberts is the best fullback that's ever played here at the academy, and that's saying something when you go down the long list of extremely talented backs that have played here in Colorado Springs.
They're down in 5. Michel and Eldridge in the backfield.
4 down territory.
Larrier's first throw down the field, and he overshoots Brandon Engel, who was open.
Wow, that was an aggressive play call that time by Mike Thiessen. It was there. It was a good play call. Larrier just missed it. So now this puts them in a precarious situation. Do you try to kick an extremely long field goal or try to convert this?
You threw it on 3rd and 5. Do you throw it on 4th and 5?
You may have to at this length or try to get to the perimeter.
Larrier flushed, escapes, got to get rid of it, does. It's got a man, and it's caught, and it's Harris, and he's down to the 2. How about that? They don't throw it often, but when they do, it leads to big plays.
Just a great bit of play calling. And how about Larrier's ability to elude tackles, to buy himself time to throw across his body back to the middle with accuracy and on target. Just an incredible display of his athleticism for a guy that was a wide receiver last season.
Harris's first catch this year, 28 yards and on the doorstep. Owen Burke, now the fullback behind Larrier. This is Burke plowing into the end zone. Flags are down. Air Force has scored, but we'll wait on the flags. Flags are in the offensive backfield.
Plow the snap, false start, number 74, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Ouch.
That's incredible. That's Mason Carlin over on this side right here, just a little bit early. Air Force is one of the least penalized teams in the entire country and one of the most productive down here in the red zone, so that's a double whammy for this offense.
15-16 in the red zone, 14 touchdowns.
It's incredible. They love the A-gaps, or they love play-action passes here, getting Larry outside the pocket off boot action.
There's a pitch, and that's Harris, who caught the pass and now scores the touchdown. Falcons within a point.
Football is a game of leverage, and one of the things Air Force is so good with is out-leveraging you. They've got a seemingly endless supply of ways to get the football to the perimeter, and when they smell end zone, they find it.
That's a tidy 3-minute drive, 75 yards, 7 plays. Larrier's big run set it in motion. The fourth down scramble and throw to Harris was huge as well.
Well, this all started with Larrier buying time and showing some athleticism, giving his team an opportunity, then the miscue, but the Falcons say, no problem, we're going to get there one way or another.
There's no Belichickery here.
When Sunday football isn't enough.
Dislike that take.
Great take.
That other pregame show will put you over the tops.
I'm all in. Let's go viral here.
Every Sunday, all the insight you need on CBS Sports Network.
Are you sure you can handle this?
You know I've always loved technology.
I get that tech has always been your thing. But why this?
Well, this technology protects the world, and I want to be part of that. So, Dad, what do you think?
I wish for the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro.
Sean, do you mean this one, the one with titanium?
No way I could trade this busted up thing for one.
Maybe stealing wishes from the birthday boy is not your best plan. Switch to Verizon and trade in any iPhone and get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them.
What?
Yep, and on an amazing network.
And I don't have to ruin any more birthday parties.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Let's go get you that iPhone. Here we go. Come on now.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a new iPhone 15 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off-season?
Little Caesars tastes so good.
It tastes even better with my best friends.
3 best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza pounds for life.
The off-season?
Just hit the weights.
Try the new 4-quarter calzone from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
CBS Sports celebra el mes de la herencia hispana. CBS Sports celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month.
Night falling here, 7-7.
Rich, you got to be a football player. What's so great about this is Zach Larrier buying himself time. You're going to see that it's just a levels concept. And go ahead and freeze it right there. Here's the ball carrier that just finds a little bit of open space, and this just becomes a scramble drill for a team that coming into this game had only thrown the football 12 times. That is next level and really good execution for a team that doesn't throw the football at all.
It almost looked on that replay like Barfield tripped or got kicked, and he was coming out of his cut limping and never recovered.
And it was hard to tell from what that coverage was whether that was on Barfield or not.
Kristen, and Kristen's going to get out maybe to the 14. Tomorrow, 6 Eastern, world's best bull riders unite, Glendale, Arizona. The most jaw-dropping 8 seconds that you don't want to miss. Catch PBR, Camping World Team Series on CBS Sports Network. We are in the Mountain West, Colorado Springs Academy Grounds, Falcon Stadium, $130 million renovation. Aaron Taylor next year, Skyboxes, Suites.
And Colorado Springs is home of the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Come on, Rich.
That's right. On our hike today, we hiked above that, up in the Garden of the Gods, which is such a great place here. All right, San Diego State impressive on that last drive. Martin Blake gets a carry after getting a scholarship this week. This is a guy that does a little bit of everything. He even threw a pass last week, a 32-yard pass, and completed it.
And it was a beautiful moment, and I think the best moment in sports when you earn a scholarship and go from a walk-on to a scholarship player. But I want to go back to the decision of San Diego State to try to return this. We know that they opened the game a week ago with their special teams. They felt like it was an advantage, but they got stopped on the 10-yard line. Now they're sitting in a position where if they don't convert this and get a first down, they're going to give a very short field to an Air Force team that knows what to do with 9 minutes of clock time.
Which makes 2nd and 10 rather important. Maiden overthrows Breon Penny. Well, one of the best moments in sports just for you.
Is Martin Blake here? You quit? All right. You got a scholarship.
And that's why it's great, because it's in front of your peers. It's a merit-based award. It's got a financial ramification, and it's a dude who was out here on his own dime just playing this sport. It's why that moment to me is the best that our sport has to offer. And I've cherished my own moments, and I really like watching these guys get to do the same, as now the Aztecs have to try to convert a 3rd and 10.
All right, Maiden is flushed at his goal line. He's just going to throw this one up and out. Brooks was in the pattern, and they're going to have to give it back to Air Force.
Yeah, they got behind the sticks early on because Maiden wasn't accurate on first down, and now there's pressure right in his face. This is an Air Force team that leads the Mountain West in sacks with 11 coming into tonight. And Bo Richter and the rest of that front 7 know how to dial up the heat, and without question, that's what's forcing this punt here.
Jack Browning, a little nicked up last week, better this week. And he gets off a nice punt. Engel sees it go out of bounds. We'll see where the official marks it as he marches up the line and measures it up. And this is going to work out for Air Force. Great field position right near midfield. Good start to this one. 7-7.
Feast your eyes on Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Fresh dough made daily, topped with our signature sauce. 3 real cheeses, classic pepperoni, plus crispy cupped Old World pepperoni. Pure pepperoni perfection for just $9.99, but for a limited time only.
You want to be like me? Well, you can't, because there's only one brand. But you can recover like me. Almonds, every day. They can help you recover from exercise to keep you primed. You want to stay primed, right?
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Some things are better left to a professional.
In hindsight, probably shouldn't have tried to remove my own appendix.
Like when it comes to finding financial advisors.
What was I thinking?
So leave it to Smart Asset to find them for you. Take the free quiz at smartasset.com. Then you'll be matched with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors. To get started, take the Advisor Match Quiz now at smartasset.com.
I was this close. This close.
7 apiece here, San Diego State and Air Force. 70 days to go in the countdown to the Army-Navy game presented by USAA. Saturday, December 9th on CBS Sports. Air Force playing for 2 championships, right? The Mountain West and the Commander-in-Chief's Trophy, which goes to the winner of the trio of academies. And last year it went to Air Force. You get a nice trophy and you get to go visit the White House. Troy Calhoun and Air Force has more Commander-in-Chief trophies than Navy and more than Army. And if you were handicapping that race this year, you'd say Air Force is a favorite to keep the trophy and get another one. There's Larrier. Productive night already. And remember, as we noted, he is a track champion. He can fly. Straight ahead, Owen Burke, the fullback. Fiaseu makes the stop. Zyrus for San Diego State.
Talking with Kurt Maddox, the defensive coordinator for the Aztecs, he mentioned switching to a 4-4. Well, that happens to be what Sam Houston State ran. And Sam Houston State held Air Force to only 13 points. They scored 21 or more and won their games by 21 or more points aside from that game. So it's a formula that works, but you got to stay consistent and do your job.
Second down 9, just shy of midfield. Larrier looking to pitch, does pitch. That's Eldridge. And Eldridge strung out and knocked out of bounds. We check in with Tiffany Blackman. Tiff?
Hey guys, we've seen the speed of Larrier in this game. He was a running back last year. And in fact, Coach Calhoun told us that he was willing to chip in any way where he was needed. And he said to be that unselfish and be able to say, Coach, I'm ready wherever you want to put me. It's contagious. He said that's somebody that you want as a leader, as an officer. And guys, he knows how to build chemistry.
Yeah, Tiffany, they marvel at his ball handling skills for not having a lot of experience here in college at that position. And a perfect throw there to Rillos, the tight end, the big man's first catch of the year, and that's a first down.
It's just incredible what he's been able to do. And Rich, you mentioned the ball handling skills, the footwork in this offense, and being able to execute it with precision is extremely hard to do. He's already got 3 pass attempts here, and clearly Mike Thiessen isn't afraid to put this ball in the air against this Aztec defense.
He was 8 of 12 on the season in 4 games coming in. That's the first catch of any Air Force tight end this year. Burke slides through to the 31-yard line. Caleb Rillos, the senior out of Oregon. Look at this. You wake up, morning formation, breakfast with company, class, lunch, class, meetings, team lift, practice, shower, treatment, dinner, film, homework. Lights out, 2,300 hours.
Yeah, lights out at 11. Assuming you were asleep then, the max sleep you're getting is 7.5 hours. These dudes are cut from a different cloth, and it's an honor to call their games.
Straight ahead, Emmanuel Michel. And Michel bangs inside the 25-yard line. That's a first down. Sticks move. We're under 7 minutes left, first half. 8 yards on that carry. Michel has carried it a lot. Last 2 games, 61 carries, 254 yards, 6 touchdowns. Over 100 yards against Utah State and San Jose State.
Well, we're watching the Diesel, this offensive line, start to hunt and get lathered up. Remember, the triple option starts. If you want to defend it, you have to stop the dive in the A-gap, and the Aztecs just aren't able to do that.
Michel again. And this time the A-gap was closed for business.
and they ran a power there, which is a traditional running style, which is a gap scheme. But you take a look at this, Rich, the yard per rush by season. Look at the consistency there.
And that's a lot of Brad Roberts. And this year, that's a lot of E-Man, the nickname for Emmanuel Michel. Second down, 8. Let's see if Larrier puts it up again. Play action, does. Over the middle, it's caught. Engel with the catch, down to the 2.
You take a look at Engel giving a little business to Des Malone there, but look at that passing and that accuracy. It's incredible. This is a problem for San Diego State because they're playing man-to-man coverage. That's what you have to do to be able to defend all the options, and Larrier is feeling fired up. He's confident in distributing the football beautifully.
Air Force, look at the red zone. 15 touchdowns, 17 trips. They're in the red zone here, and Michel is stuffed. Second and goal.
Rich, you mentioned their efficiency down here. Now on the season, they're 14 touchdowns on 17 trips. And look at that tonight. Touchdowns on the last 14 goal-to-go drives. They've been a perfect 1-for-1 here tonight and about to make it 2-for-2.
Mike Thiessen is maybe the most underrated offensive coordinator in college football. He doesn't get a lot of credit, but man, is he good. He was a quarterback here at Air Force. This offense is creative, and it's a nightmare to defend. Pitch, touchdown, Michel. Larrier waited, drew the contact, executed the pitch, and Air Force takes the lead.
And Rich, you were talking about Mike Thiessen and his ability to adjust. Look at the structure that he shows San Diego State. Look at all the bodies that were on the left side. Nobody, once again, outside on the perimeter. Every time you zig, Air Force zags and finds a way to hit pay dirt.
One thing you noticed on tape about Larrier early is that he's very deliberate with his pitches on the options. Not that time. He waited for the contact, and that cleared the way for Michel. Point is good. San Diego State scored first. Falcons have answered twice. 14-7.
Attention veterans. You can shop tax-free for life. Come home to your military exchanges for tax-free shopping, exclusive pricing, and free shipping options. 100% of earnings go back to military communities, keeping today's military ready and resilient. You served. You sacrificed. You earned this benefit. Visit shopmyexchange.com/vets to shop and save today.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and an entree with sides starting at just $10.99. Wait, $10.99? Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for this one. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
You want to be like me? Well, you can't, because there's only one Brad. But you can recover like me. Almonds, every day. They can help you recover from exercise to keep you prime. You want to stay prime, right?
Cracked windshield on your new car? You don't have to take it to the dealer. Bring it to Safelite. We do more replacements and recalibrations than anyone else.
Thank you so much.
Schedule now.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, we're cut in half, just like that.
Go to ShipStation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
You're so much more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a groundskeeper, a landscaper. Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
The E-Man Group Emmanuel Michel on the pitch from Zach Larrier.
Rich, I wanted to go back and show what Air Force does with the structure. They have 8 defenders on that side of the football, only 3 to the right-hand side. Go ahead and roll it, guys. Just by the way they structure and line it up, they run it where you're not. And that's the brilliance of Mike Thiessen. That's the brilliance of this offense. And you take a look at what Emmanuel Michel has done so far this season. After that fumble at Sam Houston State where he got pulled on his 8th attempt and didn't see the field after that, that really seemed to wake him up, and he's been red hot since.
Let's take a look at the AP Top 10, powered by Ram Trucks.
Boy, got a little cozy for Georgia today. Had to go to OT and found a way to beat that Auburn team. Texas, after a slow start, really dropped the pedal on Kansas. Penn State struggled a little bit going into halftime and kind of hit their second half. But we've seen some teams as good as that top 10 is. Every single one of those teams, and it'll be in the top 10 this next week, has a blemish. There's no complete team out there this year, and that's going to mean for a fun season down the stretch.
There was movement on the outside, and a flag comes down.
False start, number 11, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Breon Penny with the flinch and the flag. How good was Oregon State last night?
Oh, it was beautiful. And give Utah a lot of credit. You know, they've been without their starting quarterback, Cam Rising, and have found a way to maintain an extremely high level of play, and it finally caught up with them last night against a really good team, the Oregon State Beavers.
Not a lot of time on the play clock here. Look at it. They're going to have to burn a timeout.
This is a...
And the play for the sideline didn't get in quickly, and as a result,
charge another half.
Aztecs' second timeout. They got one left. And they're facing 1st and 15 and down 14-7 to Air Force.
Why do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
So I can keep them all guessing.
So I know their game better than they do.
So I can take my game to the next level.
Because when your bed is this smart, you sleep at the right temperature all night. That's why 80% of NFL players choose the Sleep Number smart bed.
Hi, Tom. What the? Are you future Tom? After we find out about GovX.com, the saving site for vets like us, nurses, first responders, and other Americans who serve. Well, you look great. We look great, Tom, with thousands of exclusive discounts. Our drinks are cold, our watches are smart, and our future is so bright we gotta wear premium shades at an unbeatable price. Am I in some kind of a tropical paradise? With travel deals from GovX, you're about to be. But quick, you gotta sign up or I'll cease to exist. Visit GovX.com.
Michael, you can do anything you want. Why this?
I don't want to be stuck behind the desk.
But out on your own?
I won't be alone.
End it!
I'll be a part of a team, making an impact.
Great job.
So what do you say, Mom?
Papa John's garlic sauce fans, we made the garlic epic stuffed crust pizza just for you, with that garlic flavor.
In it, on it, with it.
But you wanted more heat, so now you can get it in spicy. Get a one topping for $13.99, only at Papa John's.
You want to be like me? Well, you can't, because there's only one brand. But you can recover like me. Almonds, every day. They can help you recover from exercise to keep you prime. You want to stay prime, right?
14-7, Air Force on top. Coming up, Ram Trucks halftime report. Brent Stover, Kevin Carter, Danny Cannell will break down this game, get you caught up on everything around college football. The Ram Trucks halftime report. Rich Waltz, Aaron Taylor, Tiffany Blackman here in Colorado Springs. This is what Air Force does well. Troy Calhoun calls it the middle 8. Last 4 minutes, first half, first 4 minutes, second half.
That's really important to proving what outcomes are to games, and you want to control it. Nobody's better than Air Force, and that's the exact situation the Aztecs are here in. They need to play a little bit of offense, but also defense to ensure that Air Force doesn't get this ball back.
Maiden over the middle, and it's caught. It's Balin Brooks, and it's right at the stick, and that'll certainly help. That's a first down.
Both of these play callers tonight have done a good job. This is just a simple RPO where you come backside and hit the quick slant on the space that's vacated by the linebackers that are sucking up for the run fake.
Boy, Brooks' emergence has really helped this offense become more dynamic. It's his big night against Boise State. A nice catch there and a stuff by Air Force. And keep in mind, Air Force has got 3 timeouts here as we're under 4 minutes.
This is just missed assignment. There's too many blue hats in the hole. Look at that. There's nowhere to go. That was from the jump a busted play. The Aztecs have to do a better job of not getting themselves behind the sticks. They started out 1st and 15, now 2nd and 13.
Armed Forces football proudly supported by USAA. San Diego State scored first. Air Force a couple touchdowns. Approaching 3 minutes left first half. And the Aztecs at their own 33.
If you throw it, you want a high percentage pass so the clock keeps moving.
Maiden takes a deep shot. Receiver down and no flags. Breon Penny in the pattern. Jerome Gayard.
Yeah, I don't love that play call because it stops the clock and helps Air Force, a team that's not necessarily built to be in 2-minute situations, but has thrown the ball pretty well tonight. He just kind of falls down on his own. He wants the flag, but it stays in his pocket. And now, you're San Diego State. You almost have to throw it again to try to convert this. But there's a very good chance if they don't execute here well, Rich, Air Force is going to get this ball back with plenty of time to score.
3rd down, 13. Chris in the backfield. Blitz comes. Maiden in trouble. And it's incomplete. Wesley, the intended receiver. P.J. Ramsey with the heat, and the incompletion stops the clock, and they do have to punt.
It's straight edge pressure. Keenan Kristen has to pick him up. They were trying to run a screen inside, a quick screen, so you want to draw the rush inside, but because Air Force got there and reacted so quickly defensively, the play never had a chance. They were trying to take advantage of the aggressiveness of Air Force, but the Falcons just got there too quickly.
Ramsey, one of the sack leaders for Air Force. And angle is deep. Browning's kick. Fair catch at the 20. 80 yards to go, 2:52 left. Zach Larrier, known for his speed, but his arm has been terrific tonight.
This would be plenty of time for Air Force to be able to score here at the end of the second quarter if they didn't have a passing game. But the emergence of Zach Larrier and his ability to throw the football, and Mike Beeson, the OC's confidence in his ability to do that, makes this a very different situation than we've seen oftentimes with Air Force, which puts a lot of pressure on this Aztec defense because they got to pick their poison.
Troy Calhoun's 2-minute offense is first, get your first down, and then worry about it. But don't go big early. And this is Larrier, and he breaks almost loose, but he does get that first down, and that's the key to their 2-minute offense.
And that was huge. Nice tackle that time by Noah Tumblin because Larrier was almost out. 10 gets him right around the waist and gets him to the ground because remember, Larrier has that track speed that can take it to the house.
So he said after you get the first down, then get the second first down. And don't go big, but just get it. And Larrier's got the second first down. And now it's game on for this offense. They're at close to midfield.
The Aztecs have no idea what's going on right now. Nobody has the quarterback. That's the second threat of this triple option. And in back-to-back plays, Larrier's made them pay.
And this is where in the 2-minute offense, Air Force, once they get 2 first downs and get this type of field position, this is where they start to open it up a little. And we're under 2 minutes, and they have all 3 timeouts.
Because they also want to play offense and defense, limiting the opposition's time to get the football back. To your point, Rich, they've done that beautifully here.
Michelle across midfield to the 48, clock still running.
And remember the target line for Matthew DePore, the kickers, the 33-yard line. The wind is not real strong. You're at altitude. So Air Force is sitting pretty here, especially with 3 timeouts.
And 2nd and 4. On a pitch, that's Harris. Flag is down. And Harris gets outside and out of bounds. And a flag may bring this back, and it may cost Air Force crucial yardage. It was a 9-yard carry.
Holding, number 94, defense. It's a 10-yard penalty.
Whoa!
First down.
Whoa!
That is not something you see too often. But that's Samuela Tuahalamaka. He's in there in the middle and holding on. You see his right hand was holding on to number 53 there, Stephen Isles. And the reason they call that, Rich, is they don't want the defenders preventing the offensive line getting up to that second level. You rarely see that called.
Oh, man wide open. Roslos with the catch. No one was guarding him. The throw was behind him. He makes the catch and ends up at the 4-yard line. 26 yards.
The Aztecs are completely discombobulated here. They have no idea, and if this football had been thrown with a little bit more juice underneath it, that would have been an easy touchdown. But again, this is where Air Force thrives here in these goal-to-go situations.
Michelle in the backfield. Clock is running, and it's under a minute. Still all 3 timeouts on the doorstep. Michelle, right side surge. He's in. Touchdown. And that is the Air Force 2-minute drill.
Beautiful balance, and look at this surge of the offensive line getting up to that second level. And then it's just that big, powerful leg drive. It's awfully close. His right knee was down, but remember,
the ruling on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
The ball simply has to break the front edge of that white line for that touchdown to be called. So that's what they're going to be looking at, Rich. Where's the position of the football when Emmanuel Michelle's right knee hits the ground? It's close.
He's down, but you can't obviously see where the ball is yet. This is a great look right at the goal line.
And it'll be that right knee that touches first.
Not there.
Not there.
Just
Keep
about
going.
there. There.
Yep,
Looks like the
here's
ball
the
is
ball on the line. That's a touchdown.
The original call was touchdown. I think you're right. I think he's in.
At worst, this is stands, but I think it should be confirmed. I think they got it right live.
After review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown stands.
Well, we talked about the middle 8. First, you got to get a stop on defense. They got that. Then you got to get that first down. They got that. Then he said, okay, after that, I just need another first down. They got it, and he said, then it's game on. Then we opened the playbook, and they certainly did.
And as good as Air Force was on that drive offensively, Rich, the Aztecs were a mess.
And the scary part for the Aztecs, the reason we really zeroed in on this, is Air Force gets the football to start the second half. So San Diego State may not, they're going to get it for the last 40 seconds, but they may not see it for a while on offense.
Ask San Jose State how that was last week.
21-7. 6 plays, 80 yards. 2-minute drill, no problem. And a 21-7 lead.
You know when a melty grilled cheese sounds so good, but so does a bacony burger with creamy peppercorn ranch. And you couldn't possibly choose because brain no work too good when tummy empty. Sonic Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheese Burger Deal for $3.99.
To stay ahead, you need to expand your business by forecasting delivery routes with real-time data. With the most experience in the cloud, imagine how AWS can transform your business.
Much livelier are the Cadets now after San Diego State took the air out with their long 10-minute drive and a 7-0 lead. Air Force, quick strikes comparatively. Look at the time on that. Well, they didn't have a lot of time. It's a 2-minute drill. They started with a little over 2 minutes. And they stick it in the end zone. And so San Diego State now will have a possession, but this will be somewhat of a cursory possession. Eye on college football. Aaron Taylor, what caught your eye so far starting last night?
Well, you and I having dinner, I think we all enjoyed watching the Beavers upset the Utes in Corvallis. That was a really turning point game for that program. And how about Kentucky? 3 straight wins against Florida, really kind of asserting themselves. They have a throw game now. The offensive line, the run game showed up. And the Bulldogs once again survive a threat. South Carolina was on top of them in the first half. Auburn went with them all the way through 4 quarters, but the Bulldogs, being the champions they are, got it done.
Maiden throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Remember, San Diego State, with a lot of confusion, has already burned 2 timeouts.
And that was part of the mismanagement early on of this team. And here's a little bit of inaccuracy for Jalen Maiden. We talked about, we're complimenting the way that this offense started to emerge in their game a week ago against Boise State, but he's been off target here after starting 4 of 5 on his first couple of throws.
He started 6 of 8. He's 1 of 6 since. 2nd and 10. And now they're going to keep it on the ground. Kristen bounces it outside, has the first down, races up, and he's close to midfield. And with 32 seconds left, that gives Ryan Lindley the OC options.
It does, and it also creates an opportunity for Jack Browning, their field goal kicker, who's got a big leg, to try to boot one if they can get to the 38-yard line. That's the target line. But to your point, Rich, having to burn the timeout costs them in a situation like this. But that's the advantage that the Aztecs have. That speed on the perimeter with their skill guys is really a mismatch that they've got to continue to find ways to exploit.
And of course, Balin Brooks, who's going to be at the top of your screen here, has kind of been the breakout guy in the last game and a half. He's looking for Brooks, settles for a short throw to Kristen, who gets out of bounds at the 46. 26 seconds left.
With a timeout and 26 seconds left, you're looking at 5 probable plays here. So you're factoring that in as you're going through your decision-making tree. You want to try to work the edges in the perimeter and stop the clock at all costs. Because we are inside of a minute, the clock will stop after a first down until they're ready for play. So that's another option that you have in your tool belt as you try to close this gap and create a scoring opportunity.
4-man rush. Maiden flushed and flipping it out of bounds, eating that one. It's 3rd down and 3 now, and that eats up some clock. 20 seconds left.
That burned one of the plays, but what it didn't do was take a sack. That's the absolute worst of all situations because you lose yardage and valuable time.
Third down.
Brady Hoke. Tiffany Blackman will visit with him when this quarter ends.
This might be an opportunity to run a play action with some RPO action and try to hit a quick slant over the middle of the field.
Air Force burns their first timeout. Troy Calhoun trying to get his defense to keep San Diego State from a late score here. Brady Hoke knows they're not going to see the football for a while. Air Force has it to start the second half. So if he can squeeze some points out of these 20 seconds, that's a win for San Diego State for sure.
It's a huge win, and that was a great use of a timeout that time by Troy Calhoun, just to remind his players, keep everything in front of us. We don't get beaten. We don't lose ball games giving up first downs. We get beat and lose ball games by giving up touchdowns. Keep everything inside and in front and make the Aztecs earn it.
Third down and 3. Kristen in the backfield. Maiden has time, fires, middle, incomplete. Redmond, the intended receiver. Now this is interesting. It's 4th and 3 here. Here's a look at the throw.
Great protection. That time the ball was just a little bit late, and Trey Taylor made a great play on it. If you're Redmond, you got to attack it, but to your point, Rich, 4th and 3, you almost consider taking it. Air Force does have 2 timeouts, but with only 15 seconds, you're feeling pretty good about your chances of converting this and getting an opportunity to score than you are worried about Air Force getting it if you don't.
Made again, sideline throw. It's low, but caught. Penny. And Penny's got the first down. Clock will stop. They do have a timeout to use. Ready for play will start the clock again.
And if they want to talk about it, they can clock it here and just take 1 second off the clock.
That's a long clock it. They just lost
4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Not a smooth execution there. So what's challenging about this is you really have one play, and it's got to be a quick play because you only have 6 seconds. Might have been a better use to use the timeout there to preserve those 4 seconds to give you 2 opportunities and then run a fast field goal.
And you know what? I think they're going to go for the field goal here. Browning has that type of leg. His long is 52 yards. The wind is actually a little bit at his back. This is 56. Timeout called. Boy, man, he really hit that one. But a timeout by Air Force before the kick. And there's mention of a flag. And they threw one in the end zone.
6 seconds. 0-6, please.
That's an interesting place to see a penalty flag on a 56-yard field goal attempt.
Been a lot of interesting things we've seen tonight.
All right, here. I mean, look, Brady Hoke really loves his kicker, Jack Browning. Last week he had leg issues and wasn't at 100%. He said this week in practice he was hitting him like he usually does. His longest is 42. His misses have come from distance, 49, 48, and 40. He is 7 of 11.
This would be a great opportunity for him to hit a career long. To your point, you got the wind at his back that's now picking up a little bit, and you're at incredible altitude. This is an ideal situation for a kicker, but you've also up front got to stay stout because the trajectory of this ball is coming low and you don't want to get it blocked.
So he hit that last one right after the timeout, and he had plenty of leg. There's movement. Oh my goodness. And that could cost them 5 yards.
Private snap. Ball start. The 74 offense.
It's Drew as a party.
Does that change your decision here?
I think it does. I think you try to pooch punt it.
Well,
because now you're a 61-yarder.
They're gonna go for it. A 61-yarder.
Well,
all right, here we go. This is 61 yards, ladies and gentlemen. At altitude, little bit of a wind at his back. Jack Browning, the senior out of Lakeside, California. Snap is good. Kick is plenty long, and he hit it. Whoa! 61 yards. That might have been good from 70 yards. That had that much distance. And look at Brady Hoke. If a field goal kicker can give you momentum, you may have just seen it right there.
Rich, what we just watched, what we just witnessed is the longest field goal in Mountain West Conference history. We saw Missouri hit a 61-yarder with a thicker kicker, and now the Aztecs do.
All right, Tiffany Blackman with Brady Hoke.
Coach Hoke, we talked to you a lot about Air Force running the football, but Zach Lario has been effective throwing it. How do you get your guys defensively to better respond to that?
Yeah, we just obviously, we're not playing great on defense. We did for 2 series, and then we kind of, and I'll give them credit, they schemed it up a little bit, and we got to do a better job tackling again and getting off blocks.
You started the second quarter off with a lead and a touchdown. How do you get back to what was working for Jaden Malin in this offense?
Yeah, sorry about that. But, yeah, we've got to obviously keep doing the things that we did well early in the first quarter.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. What a flourish to finish this first half. 61 yards, no problem. Jack Browning for San Diego State. It's halftime, and it's 21-10 on to New York after this.
We've never been good at keeping secrets, like how Sonic's new Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheeseburger with small fries or tots is just $3.99. Oops, burger's out the bag. Sonic Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheeseburger deal for $3.99.
After Advil.
Let's dive in.
But what about your back?
It's fine!
Before Advil. Advil Dual Action fights pain 2 ways. Advil targets pain at the source. Acetaminophen blocks pain signals. Advil Dual Action.
I wish for the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro.
Sean, do you mean this one, the one with titanium?
No way I could trade this busted up thing for one.
Maybe stealing wishes from the birthday boy is not your best plan. Switch to Verizon and trade in any iPhone and get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them.
What?
Yep, and on an amazing network.
And I don't have to ruin any more birthday parties.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Let's go get you that iPhone. Here we go. Come on now.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a new iPhone 15 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Meeting's in 20. I'm fine, I'll follow the GPS.
Turn left here.
Oh, can't be.
Proceed along the route.
Are you certain?
Turn right.
Are you for imprint certain?
Arrived.
Certainty matters, like the certainty of ordering items from the promotional product professionals at 4imprint.
Arrived.
To show your appreciation to clients, coworkers, and customers, make your destination 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
You are watching the Ram Trucks Halftime Report on CBS Sports Network.
Welcome inside our New York studios. Brent Stover, Kevin Carter, Danny Cannell. Just saw history. Jack Browning, 61-yarder to close out the first half. As Rich Waltz said, kind of a flurry there in the last couple of minutes, 21-10. What are you seeing, Danny?
So I think Air Force is pretty in control of this game. I mean, this is a team that is going for their 4th consecutive year of leading the country in rushing. And here they are off to another fast start today. And you see their quarterback, Zach Larrier, has done a phenomenal job just managing, executing this offense. Here he finds his running back, Emmanuel Michel, off to the outside. They're just so fine-tuned, and they find a ways. Excuse me, that was Kate Harris right there. But they pitch the ball around. They find different ways, misdirection, really keep you on your heels. And if it wasn't for the fumble that was not called, this thing could be, you could only see San Diego State with just 3 points.
Yeah, Zach Larrier, 4 of 5, 82 yards through the air. On the ground, he's 6 carries, 101. They lead 21-10. We get you caught up on the top 25 action going on right now, beginning in Durham. 17th ranked and surprisingly unbeaten Duke hosting an Irish team off that tough loss in the closing seconds to Ohio State. Marcus Freeman and company looking to bounce back in a big way, and it's Audric Estime.
Well, he was counting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, making sure he had all his guys. It has been pretty much too soon. It's pretty much been all Notre Dame. Here on the defensive side of the ball, Riley Leonard for Duke trying to squeeze one in there, picked off by Xavier Watts. It was ugly. 2 missed field goals for Duke in the first half. Duke's got a long uphill battle here in the second if they want to make a game of it.
Yeah, 10-0. Third quarter about to begin. In the Big 12, Iowa State taking on the Sooners.
Dillon Gabriel going up top. 39 yards to Nick Anderson taking the top off the defense. Sooners up 21-10, and this is Rocco Becht. He's going to go to Jaden Higgins, and this is what we call yards after catch, or YAC. 67 yards to the house. Cyclones within 4, down 21-17 at this point, but then in the second quarter, Oklahoma stretching their lead up now 33-20, and Dillon Gabriel to Drake Stoops, 3-yard touchdown. Sooners go on to roll in this one, 40-20.
Yeah, that game's still in the third quarter, and a big run for the Sooners now. 9th ranked Oregon and Stanford, a sleepy start for the Ducks, but then they got to go.
Now, you would expect that, too, after the atmosphere last year in Alton. Totally different atmosphere. That was Bucky Irving gets the 17-yard touchdown run. Then here's Bo Nix. Great play-action pass. Love the ball handling there. Finds Terrace Ferguson for the touchdown. That puts him up 21-6. And then Nix again. Just a quick, easy flip out to Troy Flankman for the touchdown. Easy peasy for the Ducks.
Oh, yeah. 42-6. Nix, 290 and 4 touchdowns. Game of the day in the Pac-12, of course, took place in Boulder. A high-scoring affair, to say the least. And Jordan Hare, the side of another thriller, as Auburn and Georgia went down to the wire on CBS.
Can't choose between watching your favorite Mountain West team on TV or going everywhere else you need to be? With the official Mountain West app, you don't have to. Watch hundreds of Mountain West games and championship events, live or archived, from wherever you are, all for free with the Mountain West app. Available on mobile and connected TV devices. Download the Mountain West app today.
At San Diego State University, education is what drives us, but culture is what connects us. Here, you're part of a community that wants to learn more, do more, be more. Where we carve out our own path, where our potential meets our future. Tomorrow is ours to define. San Diego State University. Transform your tomorrow.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly grill your hot subs right in front of you. You can't get that smell anywhere else unless you have one of these. Don't mind me. Take the sizzle to go. Okay. Whoops. I'll pay for those.
Here you go, Danny.
Time to get these smells home. Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above. Ah, that's good sizzle.
Destinate tech! Gun assemble tank! Oh!
Tank identified! Range, 12 engine!
Fire adjust!
On the way!
Target cease fired! Hey! Nice shot. That's what I'm talking about.
On a Devastating Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Whoa! That was pass interference!
That's it. Season's over.
Our program's cursed. See?
I can't watch this.
Every year I fall for the preseason hype.
I made all this for nothing!
I'm never watching football again.
Hey guys, that was the first play of the game.
Maybe we overreacted.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
So beautiful.
Morning, Rob. Looking great.
Does that say USAA?
Yeah, USAA. Amazing home, auto, and life insurance. Plus banking and credit cards.
I'm in because of my dad. You think that'll finally get you in?
Probably not, but it looks great.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
Perfection.
Welcome back. It's 55-49. Ole Miss leads by 6. 39 seconds to go. They just went in front and got the 2-point conversion. 104 total points, over 1,300 total yards. A shootout to say the least, but it's not over yet. Earlier on CBS, Danny, number 1 Georgia playing at Auburn.
Yeah, you see Georgia down here. Carson Beck pitches it to Dejon Edwards, runs it in from 13 yards out. That would tie up the game at 17. This was much closer than people thought. Beck finds Brock Bowers, who absolutely took over this game. This is a 40-yard touchdown. That would put the Bulldogs up 27-20. Auburn did have the ball back. They had a chance. There it is, Peyton Thorne, picked off by Malachi Starks, though. Bulldogs would go on to win 27-20, and now in back-to-back weeks, Brent, we've seen the Georgia Bulldogs in a dogfight, in a game at halftime where you need Kirby Smart to get in there and get this team enthusiastic and to have a come-from-behind win. I think that's good news for the rest of college football because for the first time in what feels like a few years, the Georgia Bulldogs are not the dominant force they've been. They still could be at the end of the year, but right now they are gettable, and we'll see if Kirby Smart can fix some of the issues they've got.
Carson Beck over 300 yards through the air, the nation's longest winning streak now at 22. Meantime, 8th-ranked USC going to Boulder as heavy favorites, but all the hype surrounding Colorado has not fallen off one bit, even after getting boat raced by Oregon last week. And what a finish it turned out to be. First off, early was Caleb Williams. He threw 6 touchdown passes, over 400 yards for the game.
Rolling to his left. He's going to throw a ball back to the right. Scampers into the end zone to Taj Washington. 71 yards. This is yards after catch. Trojans with a 14-0 lead. Second quarter, USC 27-7. Williams hits Brendan Rice for the 26-yard touchdown. Fourth quarter, Colorado trailing. Shedeur Sanders finds Jimmy Horn in the end zone. He was dealing here. They came back all the way, but Colorado needed to recover this onside kick to extend the game, but they fell short. Trojans escaped with a victory.
Yeah, 48-27 was the deficit. It was actually 48-21. Came all the way back, a touchdown short, but the hype train will continue for Deion and his guys. Meantime, 21-10 there. Air Force to the lead, 164 on the ground, and a touchdown for Emmanuel Michel. More to come.
Attention Department of Defense and Coast Guard civilians. If you hold an active Common Access card, you can shop in-store at your PXBX and shopmyexchange.com tax-free. And if you're a retired DoD or Coast Guard civilian, you get exclusive online access. 100% of Army and Air Force Exchange Service earnings support military communities. It matters where you shop. Visit shopmyexchange.com/CAC to learn more.
How'd you spend the off-season?
The off-season? Little Caesars tastes so good. It tastes even better with my best friends.
3 best friends eating pizza all the time, having fun. Pizza pounds for life.
The off-season? Just hit the weights.
Try the new 4-quart accounts only from Little Caesars for $8.99. It's officially delicious.
Pizza.
Wow, you guys did great with this place. Yeah, and it was easy to buy with all the help we got from Navy Federal Credit Union.
I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
So what's shaking?
Nothing. Nothing's shaking.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
There he is. It's right there. Oh, he's straight ahead. Straight ahead. Go, go, go.
Cover more ground in the Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid. Kia, movement that inspires.
You want to be like me? Well, you can't, because there's only one brand. But you can recover like me. Almonds, every day. They can help you recover from exercise to keep you prime. You want to stay prime, right?
Yes! Enter for a chance to win a trip to see your favorite pro football team play with 5 Hour Energy's Ultimate Fan Football Sweepstakes. Plus, you'll unlock a 20% off code for team merch at fanatics.com. Enter today.
When you have something to get done today, getting everything you need today is helpful. That's why Ace has free in-store and curbside pickup, or even same-day delivery from your locally owned neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
New Emergency Crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? Emergency Crystals.
Welcome back. Quick update. 12th ranked Alabama at Mississippi State. Jalen Milroe with a 53-yard touchdown run made it 7-0. Then Chris Braswell off the tip ball going to get a pick six from 28 yards away from the arm of Will Rogers. Late first, Alabama on the road up 14-0. Earlier on CBS Sports Network in the Mountain West, Utah State on the road against UConn.
Cooper the guy launching it deep. Jalen Royals for the 52-yard touchdown. Aggies with the 31-24. Now this is Jelani Stafford. He's a defensive lineman on second effort. He powers it in at playing fullback. Huskies need an extra point to tie it up, but Ike Larson blocks the kick. Aggies win 34-33.
All right, so we're about to say goodnight to Danny Cannell. You and I are going to go for a few more hours. Quick second-half thought at Air Force?
So, I think what you got to do if you're San Diego State, you have to figure out a way to slow down that Air Force rushing attack and generate some offense. It is so tough to do, though. You're going to have to take some risks, and that's where you try to force them to throw the ball through the air.
All right, Rich Waltz, Aaron Taylor, Tiffany Blackman on the second-half call right after this.
This has been the Ram Trucks Halftime Report. Ram Trucks, built to serve.
The Scudetto, where the soul of Italy meets the pinnacle of calcio. Catch Serie A on CBS Sports Network and streaming live on Paramount+.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? Oh, right. The Home Depot app is made for doing that doesn't miss a beat. So you can find what you need fast and keep things moving in the right direction. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
You know when a melty grilled cheese sounds so good, but so does a bacony burger with creamy peppercorn ranch. And you couldn't possibly choose because brain no work too good when tummy empty. Sonic Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheese Burger Deal for $3.99.
New Emergency Crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? Emergency Crystals.
This October 10th and 11th, Prime Big Deal Days give Prime members exclusive access to 2 days of big savings, which means you're kind of a big deal. Prime Big Deal Days, October 10th and 11th, only for Prime members.
How did they make Starburst taste so juicy?
I don't know, but you just asked the whole universe.
Humans are asking for juice. And we are the juice.
Starburst, unexplainably juicy. There's nothing average about the Air Force Academy or those who come here.
It takes more than smarts and good grades.
It takes grit.
It's for the I never quit students. The relentless, persevering, most likely to keep trying until I reach my best students.
Because we will go on to lead others, push boundaries, save lives, and represent American ideals.
If you've got what it takes, prove it.
With unrivaled landscapes that provide a quality of life unlike any in the country, you'll find us immersed at the peak of nature's splendor through a gateway of opportunity which leads to academic and personal growth that is beyond compare. Our students learn at the peak of achievement, and as our more than 5,000 student athletes take the field of play with unequaled passion, you'll find us performing at the peak of competition. The Mountain West is at the peak.
Entertaining first half in the Mountain West. Kubota brings you our first half stats. Air Force, 21-10 lead over San Diego State, who got a 61-yard field goal to finish that first half. Rich Waltz, Aaron Taylor, 203 total yards. Certainly, and Air Force's offense was terrific. It'd be interesting to see if you can draw momentum from a 61-yard field goal if you're San Diego State.
Well, it gives you something to kind of hang your hat on, because the bottom line was, Rich, San Diego State, after their first couple of drives, just simply didn't have answers, and Air Force took advantage of it.
Well, look, I mean, Air Force has got a guy that was somewhat of a mystery, was a running back last year, and this year is their quarterback. But Zach Larrier looked like he'd been running this offense for 5 years.
He certainly did. He was responsible for 187 of the 246 yards at 76% of the offense. And what the Aztecs didn't expect was his arm. He's throwing the football extremely accurately, in my opinion, better than his counterpart on the other sideline, Jalen Maiden.
Look at those yards, 183 of them. And of course, he's taken over for the great Hazik Daniels, who had a tremendous 3-year run as the quarterback here at Air Force. Air Force gets the football, and incumbent on San Diego State not to let them eat up a bunch of clock and march down the field. John Lee Eldridge watches that one through the end zone. We go down to Tiffany Blackman. Hi, Tiffany.
Hey, Aaron, you mentioned the accuracy of Zach Larrier. Well, that's exactly what Coach Calhoun had to say to me at halftime, that he's made some key throws, and also his guys have gone up and gotten some contested passes for him as well. And he's got 82 passing yards on the day. That's close to his career high of 95, and he's still doing it on the ground, too. He set a new career high for rushing with 101 yards.
All right, Tiffany, thank you. From the 25, we start this second half, and this is where Air Force absolutely tore the heart out of San Jose State last week. They dominated that second half. Eldridge, good cutback there, crossed the 32-yard line.
Rich, you're spot on. We were watching that game together and going over it. And when you start taking a look at it, Air Force just dominated. Very similar to what they've done here. They had that first 6-play drive, ended up punting after getting behind the sticks. San Diego State made some great plays, but since then, it's been all Air Force.
They were down 10 to San Jose State, and from that point, they ran 40 of the next 44 plays and had 19 of the next 20 minutes of time of possession. With quick hitters like that, they get to the hole so fast. Brad Roberts was great at that. I mean, he was in through your line before you blinked, and it looks like Michelle's got that same burst.
And that's what that position requires, being the fullback, is you have to hit the crease. There's not a lot of daylight there. They know that the offensive linemen are coming off flat-backed, so you got to get in their hip pocket and find that little bitty room to run. And Brad Roberts was as good as there's ever been a fullback. We're also seeing Emmanuel Michelle do a pretty good job at the point.
And this is Michelle again. And that's 4 more yards. And that Air Force takes that. You give them 4 yards per snap, they will eat you alive.
You give them 3 yards per snap, they'll eat you alive.
That's true.
You got 4 downs, 12 yards, they'll do that all day long. But this is an offense that wants to stay on schedule, to your point, and getting 4 yards on first down is a great place to start.
And Brady Hoke adjusted his defense from the 3-3-5 to a 4-4-3 look. We'll see if he makes an adjustment away from that, because Air Force certainly had a big first half. And Larrier's out of bounds. He's going to be short of the first down. This will be 3rd down and about 5.
And that's one of the misunderstandings about this offense, is that it's a true triple. Now, this is a true triple option, but we've seen toss, we've seen veer, we've seen power, we've seen counter. It's a dynamic offense. They run trap inside. They make you defend all sorts of things, and just stay patient until you're wrong.
Big defensive play for San Diego State. Aiden Calvert is in the game. Michelle is back there as well. And on 3rd and 5 now, Larrier, that's a pitch. That's Harris getting outside, and he darts to the stick, and I think he's got the first down. Yes, he does. That's a first down for Air Force.
And this is a perfect example. There's nothing option about this. This is just a toss sweep into the boundary, which is the short side of the field. And once again, they found a way to surround the Aztec defense. That's one of the things that was really surprising to me in the first half, was the lack of answers from this Aztec defense. We started this show talking about the fact that San Diego State historically done a masterful job doing it.
Larrier's throw, got a man It's Harris again, and he's gone, and he's in. 54 yards. Air Force touchdown.
Mike Thiessen doing Mike Thiessen things. Here's Harris right here. He's just going to use the play action and his speed. And you see the eyes of the defense in the backfield. That's the lack of discipline that this offense invites. And once again, the Aztecs are wrong, and the arm of Larrier gets it done.
Zach Larrier is 5 of 6, 136 yards, 2 big throws to Cade Harris. Set up a touchdown, and this one he takes to the house. And Air Force scores first here in the second half.
You're so much more than just a landowner. You're a gardener, a groundskeeper, a landscaper. Because you didn't settle for ordinary. Same goes for your equipment. Versatile, powerful, durable Kubota equipment. More goes into it, so you get more out of it.
Today we recognize the soldiers before you for the successful completion of their basic training. This time, we would like for family members and loved ones to move forward and put on your soldiers' Army One-Star badge.
Proud of you.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah, it is for our economy ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, sure. Cash or card?
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro, made with titanium. Not that you don't keep your word, it's just that you haven't.
What? Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Reese's. They'll get you. They will get you good.
We've never been good at keeping secrets. Like how Sonic's new Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheeseburger with small fries or tots is just $3.99. Oops. Burger's out the bag. Sonic Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheeseburger deal for $3.99.
Cade Harris had 2 catches all of last year. Didn't have a catch this year. Has some big moments here. Another look.
Yeah, just eye discipline. Everybody came up on the backfield action, and it was Devon Celestine who was lined up in man coverage and bad eyes and good play calling and an accurate throw. And that's the quick strike explosion that Air Force's offense is known for. I mean, coming into tonight, Rich.
Is that sarcasm?
A little bit.
That doesn't start until the fourth quarter.
But they only had 14 plays of 20-plus yards coming into tonight. They've had 5 already, and we've only played one half of football.
Tomorrow, Week 4, NFL on CBS. It's headlined by a can't-miss matchup in Buffalo. 2 of the top teams of the AFC, Josh Allen and the Bills, Tua and the Dolphins. We can't wait. The NFL is on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Look at these numbers.
How about Tua Tagovailoa, man? What they did to old Denver last week, dropping a 70-burger on them.
Kristen in the backfield on the pitch. And he's out to the 25-yard line. It's right back to the line of scrimmage. San Diego State's possession chart is kind of an awkward. I mean, it's a little lopsided when you get to that touchdown drive. 9.5 minutes, 80 yards, and that 61-yard field goal, as you noted, the longest in Mountain West history. Jack Browning hit it, and it had plenty to spare.
It really started to turn after that 17-play, 80-yard touchdown drive because it was followed by a 3-and-out. And from that moment, the Falcons really found a way to be able to make adjustments and shut these guys down.
Screen is set up nicely there to Blake. And in a crowd, Blake is at 31. So that begs the question, what was the record in the Mountain West? Well, we went back to the archives. And guess what? It was here, an Air Force kicker, Joey Ashcroft, 59 yards. And all the more sweeter because it came against Army. And this is Jack Browning, a Mountain West record. Look how much more this has in the tank. I mean, that's up against the net.
And what's crazy, Rich, is it matches the 61-yard field goal by the thicker kicker at Missouri, who had a 61-yarder that was also aided by a 5-yard false start that allowed the record to be broken.
Maiden on 3rd and 2, directing traffic, flips it, and it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like Maiden, had he just tucked it, would have been able to get those 2 yards.
Spot on, Rich. You saw exactly what I saw. And this is the second time tonight where I felt like this was the case. Yes, you want to be a passer, but use your athleticism and convert the sticks instead of trying to throw across your body back towards the middle.
That was a tough throw.
It's a tough throw and makes it almost an impossible catch when your momentum's taking you one way and you got to turn back around.
It was Leo Kemp who made the attempt to turn it around.
So Air Force scores a 75-yard touchdown drive to open the game. The Aztecs basically go 3 and out.
Air Force, the lead now 28-10. 10:18 left in the third.
You know when a melty grilled cheese sounds so good, but so does a bacony burger with creamy peppercorn ranch. And you couldn't possibly choose because brain no work too good when tummy empty. Sonic Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheese Burger Deal for $3.99.
All right, do you guys want to do a little swap?
I mean, yeah, I could be into it. Just like a one-time casual thing with Tyler, or?
I was talking about switching up teams for fun.
I don't like this game.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Some things are better left to a professional.
In hindsight, probably shouldn't have tried to remove my own appendix.
Like when it comes to finding financial advisors.
What was I thinking?
So leave it to SmartAsset to find them for you. Take the free quiz at smartasset.com. Then you'll be matched with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors. To get started, take the Advisor Match Quiz now at smartasset.com.
I was this close. This close.
28-10, Air Force on top of San Diego State. CBS Sports celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. We take a look at a really cool watch party from San Diego. Hijos de Montezuma, San Diego State football Spanish-only podcast and a watch party. The English version, Sons of Montezuma, formed in 2017, and the Spanish version launched earlier this year. It's one of college sports' first Spanish-only podcasts.
Well, Rich, I've seen nothing from this Aztec defense that suggests that they're going to do anything to be able to slow them down. The Falcons have scored touchdowns on their last 4 drives.
And they've used big plays. This is not the usual grinded-out 8-minute touchdown drive Air Force night, and that's Michel. He gets into that second level in a blink of an eye. I mean, he hits the hole so fast.
It's incredible.
7 yards on that carry. And that's what, Kirk Maddox, the defensive coordinator for San Diego State, told us. Hey, it's tough to simulate not just the triple option, but the speed of it, the speed of the fullback hitting the hole, the speed of the quarterback when he gets outside, the ball handling by the quarterback.
So hard to simulate in practice. Do you use a football? Do you use a Nerf football? Do you have anybody on your team that ran the option that can even give you a remote idea of what it looks like?
4 more yards and a first down, and down to Tiffany Blackman.
Guys, you remember Emmanuel Michel had those fumbles in the Sam Houston game, and Coach Calhoun told us he owned it. And for him to bounce back, he said there has to be an incredible amount of resiliency, that he really took it to heart and that he cares. He's got that mental toughness, guys. As Calhoun pointed out, the defense always coming for him.
And Tiff, when we asked him, hey, compare him to Brad Roberts, he said, oh, he's his own guy. E-Man, as they call him. He is his own guy. Larrier to throw. And he's hit as he tried to escape the pockets.
Nice job by Marcus Ratcliffe there, the true freshman. From that Aztec position, you see him right here on the screen. He's maintaining leverage, and he tells it's a pass, and he doesn't have any sort of coverage responsibility, so he triggers and makes one of the better plays we've seen this defense make tonight.
Larrier never saw him.
It's called a green dog when you have the ability to rush unabated in that sort of situation.
Quick pitch. That's Eldridge. Has the edge. Has about 15 yards. Larrier took a hit, but it pays off with a big gain.
Keep your eye on Cade Harris right here. He's going to be blocking middle linebacker Cyrus Fiaseu. We heard Brady Hoke say we got to defeat blocks. That's not what that looks like. Right now, Air Force on the perimeter, their skill guys are taking the wood to this Aztec defense that just simply hasn't found an answer. It's both scheme, but also, in my opinion, Air Force is out toughing them right now.
Larrier's pitch, whoops. Kendon Alexander with the catch, and he holds it. Now, I know you're part of the Joe Moore Award, and you reward offensive lines for their blocking. Here's a look at the exchange and the pitch.
That pitch was right up on the ball carrier there.
That's Alexander, his first touch of the game. I think you ought to have an auxiliary award to the Joe Moore Award, which is the best blocking wide receivers. And I think Air Force would be a semifinalist for sure.
Every single season, no doubt.
Larrier, another strike! This time Rosnos! Touchdown! 53 more yards. Unbelievable.
Mike Thiessen is dialing up a beautiful game. This is just a straight drop back pass. Devon Celestine, number 31, in the vicinity once again.
There are defensive coordinators across this conference, if they've already played and maybe checking this game out, or when they watch this game on film and they've got Air Force coming up, will say, oh my goodness.
Uh-oh, we got problems.
Because, hey, it's tough to stop the triple option, but man, it's impossible to stop Zach Larrier and the air game. Jared Rosnos, touchdown, Falcons.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
You like that bone? I got a great price on it.
Did you see my tail when that Chewy box showed up?
Oh, I saw it.
My tail goes bonkers for treats at great prices. Sorry about the vase.
Shop and get a $30 e-gift card through October 1st at Chewy.
I wish for the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro. Sean.
Do you mean this one, the one with titanium?
No way I could trade this busted up thing for one.
Maybe stealing wishes from the birthday boy is not your best plan. Switch to Verizon and trade in any iPhone and get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them.
What?
Yep, and on an amazing network.
And I don't have to ruin any more birthday parties.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Let's go get you that iPhone. Here we go. Come on now.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a new iPhone 15 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Puck. When I started my online store, Wolfgang Puck Home, I knew there would be a lot of orders to fill, and I wanted them to ship out fast. That's why I chose ShipStation. ShipStation helps manage orders, reduce shipping costs, and print out shipping labels. It's my secret ingredient.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers.
And Wolfgang Puck.
Go to shipstation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
So beautiful.
Morning, Rob. Looking great.
Does that say USAA?
Yeah, USAA. Amazing home, auto, and life insurance. Plus banking and credit cards.
I'm in because of my dad. You think that'll finally get you in?
Probably not, but it looks great.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
Perfection.
Welcome back to Colorado Springs, where the Air Force Falcons have suddenly become a no-huddle, hurry-up spread team. Here's Rosnos right here. Watch what he does to Celestine, who's a safety right here at the top of his stem. He fakes out and then breaks it off to the inside. This is an option team, ladies and gentlemen, but right there, boom, he sticks him, flat-foots him, and the ball is perfectly thrown in stride. 2 targets for Rosnos, 2 catches, 79 yards, and now a tug.
Through the end zone, down to the sideline, Tiffany Blackman. Tiff?
Guys, I'm behind Air Force's bench, and after that touchdown pass by Larry, he's getting high fives all around. And then the ultimate hype man comes in, Emmanuel Michel. He's emphatically saying to him, it's your time now, it's your time now. And guys, they still got a lot of time left in this quarter.
Well, it's this, Tiffany and Aaron, this to me is a prove-it game for Air Force. They're 4-0 coming in. But the FBS opponents they had played and beaten, a collective 2-10 going into this weekend. So how good were they? And so far, I think they're, with emphasis, answering that. Maiden pulls it. That ball's picked off. It's intercepted. This one's going back. This is a touchdown. Trey Taylor.
This is just getting silly now. Off the play action pass, Trey Taylor was coming up almost like he was on a blitz. He was in the box, just reading the eyes of Jalen Maiden. And that'll be the easiest touchdown he's ever scored. And it's getting silly now. Air Force is just opening up a can of, you don't want none of this.
My goodness. Taylor had an interception that he returned for 51 yards, but not a score. This obviously a score. And the first pick 6 in about 4 years for Air Force. St. Louis did it last in 2019.
Yeah, this hasn't been a team that scored some non-offensive touchdowns in quite some time. You got to go back to 2019.
And this is Lewis's pick.
I was against Colorado State, a conference game. And that's scoring a touchdown the long way. And then say, you know what? That was kind of good. Let's do this again. Maiden never even sees him. And Trey Taylor, that takes some ball skills to be able to pluck that ball out of the air. And he does it, then turns on the Jets.
And from their secondary, they lost Camby Goff, one of their really good defensive backs in the run-up to this season.
And they lost a couple good linebackers, Alec Mock, T.D. Blackman at the linebacker position. take a look at this. Since 2020, San Diego State's had 14 non-offensive touchdowns. Air Force hadn't had any until that last play.
There's still a ton of time left, but, I mean, Air Force right now is unstoppable.
And this is going to test this San Diego State team to see what they're made of. Because when you're looking at a 32-point deficit in the middle of the third quarter on the road when nothing's really going right on both sides of the football, human nature is really easy to take over, and you have to fight that. You have to play with pride. You have to play for each other, and that's not easy to do when you're struggling.
Look, Brady Hoke and the Aztecs faced a really ambitious schedule this year, and especially front-loaded. They lost to UCLA, who was number 22 in the country. They lost at Oregon State. We saw them last night, how good they were, beating number 10 Utah. And then they lost last Friday by 3 to Boise State. Armed Forces football proudly supported by Serve Pro. And I think in the Boise State game, especially even in this game, you think about that interception, you know, the mistakes in the first half that led to a touchdown for Air Force, the unguarded wide receiver on that touchdown situation, the defensive holding also on that same drive.
There've been a lot of miscues for the Aztecs tonight, and when it turned quickly. And Rich, what's amazing is that San Diego State is going to play 6 games before they're out of the month of September. I mean, it's a scheduling anomaly, and to your point, the front half of this schedule was certainly front-end loaded. It gets easier as they go down the stretch.
Hey, next week is not easy. They are on the road at Hawaii. I know Hawaii is not great this year, but on the islands, they're a different team, and that's a challenge. Third and 6. Trying to move the sticks. Mays throw caught, and that's Penny, and he's upended. And that's Jonathan Youngblood making another tackle. He's the 3rd leading tackler on this team.
And if you're San Diego State and you want to get a chance to get back in this game, you probably wanted to go for it here, but you understand them punting the football away and trying to play some defense. But you can't continually answer the touchdowns of Air Force with 3 and outs by your offense.
Brandon Engel deep. That's a big punt. Browning, of course, a Mountain West record made field goal to end the first half of 61 yards. And this punt's 54, 42-10, Air Force.
Why do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed? So I can keep them all guessing.
So I know their game better than they do.
So I can take my game to the next level.
Because when your bed is this smart, you sleep at the right temperature all night. That's why 80% of NFL players choose the Sleep Number smart bed.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and an entree with sides starting at just $10.99. Wait, $10.99? Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for this one. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Are you guys watching? This is my favorite part. Are you watching?
Okay, time to get your own bed, Hank.
Chewy has great prices.
Hope you like plaid.
I do. Who wants popcorn?
Shop and get a $30 e-gift card through October 1st at Chewy.
Grand Canyon University, an affordable private Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country, offering more than 270 programs online. In addition to federal grants and aid, GCU's online students received nearly $130 million in institutional scholarships in 2022. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you may qualify for.
Lunch? Yes, please. That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah, it is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, sure. Cash or card?
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro, made with titanium. Not that you don't keep your word, it's just that you haven't.
What? Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. By Ram Trucks, built to serve. And by Kubota. Together we do more.
The two Mountain West championships for San Diego State. 2015 was against Air Force, and that 2015 team had Donnell Pumphrey and a really young Rashad Penny in the backfield. And as you can tell, Air Force has not won a Mountain West championship. That was their only appearance in the championship game. This, you would think, is their best shot.
It's really hard to believe that they've never won it with all the double-digit win seasons that they've had. But I agree with you, Rich. Coming in, as I was watching film and just looking at this team, the variable was going to be what sort of quarterback play were they going to get out of Zach Larrier? Well, he established the fact that he could run the football pretty well. And now Mike Thiessen, the offensive coordinator, has a ton of confidence of him putting the football in the air. If you're a defensive coordinator, you're not going to sleep between now and when you have to play this team, because there's a balance to this Air Force team offensively that we haven't seen in quite some time.
Thiessen was the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year when he was a quarterback. He was also a great baseball player here and played 3 years in the minor leagues, was a center fielder. And that pile just moves right across the stick out to the 28-yard line. There's a little
Rosnos
hijinks there. Rosnos trying to sell a call.
These receivers play to the whistle, and if you're a defender, you better buckle your junk, because these receivers for Air Force going to come at you.
Right here is that's a flop, and now that's a free throw for if you're Joe Scott and the Air Force basketball team. To the 31-yard line. You know, here's the deal. Air Force, I don't want to say they're the best kept secret, but Troy Calhoun in the last 3+ seasons, non-COVID years, because that was impossible for the academy, they are 35-8, about to go to 36-8 in the last 3+ non-COVID season. And they have 3 Power 5 wins in bowl games.
It's incredible. It's one of the most consistent programs we have in college football.
Harris has had a busy night. They've really done a nice job of using his speed in the run game and then with surprise in the pass game.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about a team that's making some noise. 8 straight wins by 10+ points. The last 10-game win streak was, man, when I was still in the NFL, that's how long that was ago. And the last time they were ranked in the top 25 is 2019. And
they're getting closer.
Really close.
They're getting closer.
And deservedly so.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a statement to that effect. It's just pounded right now. And Michelle is so durable and so strong. He's just happy to get the rock, get hit like 4 or 5 times, and get 5 more yards. Servpro, first responder.
Well, Air Force has been responding with some fireworks on the offensive side through the football. Zach Larrier and his ability to be a proficient passer has really shown up throughout this ball game. And again, that takes an offense that was already a nightmare to try to defend. It just adds another dimension. And we've seen shot after shot, play after play by San Diego State, where it just puts so much stress on the defense.
Was Larrier coming into the game, and the average yardage per completion was almost 28 yards, and it's going to go up with his performance here tonight. 28 yards, a completion. And completing almost 70, maybe even over 70% of his throws. That's a first down. You're going to move the sticks.
It's crazy. That's the 7th play of this drive that started with a little bit more than 5 minutes on the clock. At this rate, Rich, they're going to blow through this third quarter, go into the fourth. And we were talking about what they did to San Jose State last week. From the middle, with about 3 minutes left in the second quarter till about 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Air Force ran 40 plays to San Jose State's 4. From the end of the second quarter to the beginning of the fourth, 40 to 4.
And here's Owen Burke. And the scary thing about tonight is they haven't needed that 8 or 9 minute drive. They've had quick strikes. They've had Larrier with 53 and a 54-yard touchdown.
They've had touchdown drives in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 2:56, and 3 minutes.
That's crazy because that's never been the DNA of Air Force. Not tonight, man. These guys are electric. They got speed on the outside. They got speed in the backfield. They have a senior offensive line, and they've got a 42-10 lead after 3 quarters of play at home in the Springs. Zach Larrier and the Falcons, 42-10.
It's the epitome of European football, as world-class clubs go head-to-head in the group stage.
It's an absolute banger!
The UEFA Champions League on CBS Sports Network and streaming live on Paramount+.
Feast your eyes on Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Fresh dough made daily, topped with our signature sauce. 3 real cheeses, classic pepperoni, plus crispy cupped Old World pepperoni. Pure pepperoni perfection for just $9.99, but for a limited time only.
We love our house.
It's on a great block, tree-lined streets.
The neighbors are observant.
And we're back at the Sullivan House.
It's lawn day, Sheila, and the leaves are piling up.
Ugh, bit of an eyesore.
I'll say.
Dry shave. Interesting technique.
That's going to come back to haunt him. Some people clean while they cook, not these folks.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Saves us a ton. If only they'd bundled the leaves. You know, I wouldn't have pegged these two as yogis.
I still don't.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Take a look at the game summary. It's brought to you by Bear. 444 yards in 3 quarters, and a lot of that in the air.
It's been dominant on both sides of the football. What's crazy is how well San Diego State started on both sides of the football. They score a touchdown on the opening drive. Their defense comes out and gets a stop and forces Air Force to punt. But then it all started to unravel. And take a look at this, Rich. You talked about Air Force never winning the Mountain West Conference Championship. They lead the country and yards per attempt at 27 when they're throwing the football, and you wonder if that's going to be the difference as we see a new quarterback under center here for Air Force.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the break. When do you take Larrier out of this game? Because health is of great importance for Air Force. And Jensen Jones comes in. Dylan Carson got that carry. So Troy Calhoun does have some depth and guys that have played already. But for the guys like Michelle and Larrier, who've taken a lot of hits and snaps already this year, this is a chance to get them a rest and get some reps for some of the guys that may see some time as this season goes on.
No question about that. The single greatest vulnerability this Air Force team has is health and depth. That has always been their Achilles heel, and this is the time of the year where that starts to happen, which is why we were having the discussion between the break and saying, man, when are you going to get Larrier out of there, get some reps and build some of that depth for down the season for when you need it. So the bye week for this team is hitting at the exact right time. We talked to Calhoun yesterday, and he said, I know we're 4-0, but we really don't know what we'll have. After this game, we'll have a pretty good idea about what we've got, and I think, Rich, he's going to like what he's seen.
He may not say that to us, though.
There's no doubt about that.
Right?
Oh, gosh, just trying to get a first down,
He keeps that under wraps like better than any coach in the country. But you could see the twinkle in his eye when he was talking about his team yesterday. And this is Larrier. And obviously, everything's really opened up for him today. You got to give Mike Thiessen a tremendous amount of credit, not only for play calling tonight, but working with Larrier and getting him ready for this season. And all of a sudden, hey, 10 days before the start of the season, you're the quarterback, and let's get rolling.
Oh, okay, coach. And he just rolled into it and has adopted it and picked it up brilliantly, and I think proven to be a much better thrower than they anticipate.
That was a 3rd down and 5. This is going to be 4th down and a long 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, and this is Jensen Jones. A little bit of patience. Hey, get out my way, Mason Carlin.
Carlin gets an assist on that tackle. So here's 4th down. Jones is a big guy, 6'2", 215.
Carson in the A-gap.
They got plenty of time on the play clock.
Run to the right.
Move
they
it.
ran on the goal line.
No flag. Little reverse option pitch. And this is Dylan Carson for the first down. Knocked out of bounds.
Man, if I'm up here calling out formations, not just from them, but from earlier portions of the game, if you're the Aztecs, you got to have an answer for this. They hit them on this play for a touchdown, now convert a 3rd down, and just seems like the Falcons are a couple steps ahead of what's usually a pretty dang good defense. I have a lot of respect for Kurt Maddox and his team and his schemes, but there's something missing from this Aztec defense. They definitely don't have the defensive line that they've needed and have been accustomed to in the past. You mentioned some of the losses in the defensive backfield. They've got some youth and inexperience at the linebacker position, and it's showing.
Carson Breyer straight ahead. We see our Dylan Carson. We've seen Cameron Breyer in the game now as well. Sort of that wingback spot. It's kind of a hybrid wide receiver running back. They'd like to get him in motion and get him with a lot of momentum headed to the edge.
He's now pushing up on a 9-minute drive going back to 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
You know, it's not often in college football or any football you see in a drive like this the offense change, personnel change in the middle of the drive.
Yeah.
Flags down, jumping is San Diego State.
Brady Nassar, who's now going to go sit next to the coach. I mean, if you're a defensive lineman, you're over the ball. That's what you're taught to do. Watch the ball. You got the best look at it. Move on movement.
Offside, number 94, defense with contact. Penalties have to instantly go from the previous spot. Still 2nd down.
I think they misidentified that. That's Nassar there. He's a backup, true freshman. Amador Valley High School. That's back up in my neck of the woods. You're an East Bay guy, too. You know Amador.
Absolutely.
Just one of those nights, man, for the Aztecs. It's got to find a way to kind of bow your neck and still play with some pride.
Carson, left side this time. And he's upended and dropped. That's Brady Anderson from his linebacker spot for San Diego State.
That's one of the things that you look at when you look at the Aztecs and their roster, particularly defensively. They've got a lot of young players there. And this is the defense that came out of the gates with 3 tackles for loss on the very first drive of the game and just haven't had any since. That offensive line for Air Force figured some things out and just been coming off the rock.
See that time of possession, over 10 minutes on this drive. This is kind of the signature Air Force drive. And Jones going to plow into the end zone. Touchdown Air Force. So they brought in the bullpen in the middle of this drive, and they deliver the touchdown.
This is what you want. We talked about the diesel up front. Look at them blowing those defensive linemen out of there. Just great leg drive that time by Jensen Jones, who scores his 2nd touchdown of the season. That was a beautifully executed drive with a lot of backup. 16 plays, 85 yards, 10 minutes of clock time. That hurt a man pride on the defensive side of the ball now.
A lot to like tonight if you're an Air Force fan, and if you're a San Diego State fan, a lot to be concerned about. I know they played a great schedule, and a 3-point loss to Boise State. There were some key mistakes made in that game. Here tonight, they made some mistakes in the first half, but they've been dominated from that second quarter on. Air Force has hung 49 on San Diego State. And we got 9:45 left in this football game.
Papa John's garlic sauce fans, we made the garlic epic stuffed crust pizza just for you with that garlic flavor.
In it, on it, with it.
But you wanted more heat, so now you can get it in spicy. Get a 1 topping for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
You want to be like me? Well, you can't, because there's only one brand. But you can recover like me. Almonds, every day. They can help you recover from exercise to keep you prime. You want to stay prime, right?
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, we're cut in half, just like that.
Go to ShipStation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
For the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro.
Sean, do you mean this one, the one with titanium?
No way I could trade this busted up thing for one.
Maybe stealing wishes from the birthday boy is not your best plan. Switch to Verizon and trade in any iPhone and get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them.
What?
Yep, and on an amazing network.
And I don't have to ruin any more birthday parties.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Let's go get you that iPhone. Here we go. Come on now.
Trade in any iPhone in any condition for a new iPhone 15 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Why do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed? So I can keep them all guessing. So I know their game better than they do. So I can take my game to the next level. Because when your bed is this smart, you sleep at the right temperature all night. That's why 80% of NFL players choose the Sleep Number smart bed.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Today's Military, by Bear Paint, exclusively at the Home Depot, and by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
This really is a fun town of Colorado Springs, U.S. Olympic Training Center, of course, Air Force Academy. 196 push-ups by the cadets for 49 Air Force points. And another Air Force kickoff, or kick up. Getting Kristen, bobbles it, picks it up. It looked like he was signaling for a fair catch. But regardless, we're headed to New York. Brent Stover. Brent?
Mitch, you need to cover the ears of the big fella. Fourth quarter in Durham. Riley Leonard to the end zone for Jordan Moore. PAT good. Duke leads Notre Dame 14-13 with 8 minutes to play.
Oh, Brent Stover, my offensive tackle here in the booth. Keen interest in that game.
Yeah, he's smiling right now. Because I may or may not have reached out and texted him once Missouri was all up in that Kansas State thing earlier.
A shot fired.
In the season.
Hey, Missouri's having a nice year. Come on. Kristen over the right side. In the Mountain West, that was a thriller at the end at UConn. A blocked extra point sealed a win, a road win for Utah State. Boise State 3 points shy of Memphis. Colorado State is having trouble with Utah Tech, a 7-point lead. Wyoming, 35-26. They're 4-1. That one loss was a road loss to Texas. And UNLV is 4-1 right now.
It's incredible what Barry Odom has done for UNLV in the corner that program has turned. And he's done some things in recruiting there early on that just haven't been done in a while in those new facilities and playing at the Raiders professional NFL stadium. That appeals to young players, and UNLV is going to be a place for young recruits to consider.
That new football facility that they opened about 3-4 years ago makes a big, big difference.
No question about that. All right, Aztecs. Check your pride and execute. Do your job.
It's 3rd down and 3. It's Redmond in motion. Maiden will hand it off. Kristen's got the first down. That'll move the sticks. It's a 5-yard pickup. As I mentioned, San Diego State's at Hawaii. Their last game of the year is against Fresno State. They need to right the ship and hope that the teams at the top of the conference get knocked off, because they're staring at 0-2 in conference, and those 2 losses will be the teams that you suspect might be around fighting for one of those 2 spots for the championship game, Air Force and Boise State. Armstead cut down at the 32. We head back to Brent Stover. Update. What's Alabama up to?
Well, they get a touchdown from Chase McClellan, then an interception, and then Jalen Milroe runs it in for a score. So 14 points in 37 seconds, and Alabama late second leads Mississippi State 24-10. Now 30-10.
Duly noted. Thank you, Brent. Here, if you're just happening by, San Diego State on a long touchdown drive got the first touchdown of this game. Then Air Force lit this place on fire. San Diego State got a long field goal, the longest in Mountain West history, of 61 yards at the end of the half, but that's it. Martin Blake with the catch, and that's a first down. Jalen Armstead, 2 plays ago, made the catch, paid the price.
Ooh, it's a hard tackle to the lower extremity there. Levi Brown coming in low, legal tackle. Just foot looks like it got caught up in the turf a little bit there.
This has been a pretty clean game.
I would say so. There's been some costly mistakes that the Aztecs have made. We saw a couple holding calls up front for Air Force, which is unusual. But to your point, all in all, it's been a pretty clean, pretty well contested matchup.
I was thinking clean in terms of hits and all of that, extracurriculars. There's the schedule. Look, UCLA was in the top 25. Oregon State is going to be probably down around 13 or 14 when things happen.
Ohio's 401.
Yeah, well, Ohio was in the MAC championship game last year. They're good.
So these haven't been some slouches that the Aztecs have lost to, Air Force included.
But the the mistakes against Boise State. Idaho State was not a great night. I mean, Cody Hawkins, Dan Hawkins' kid, really had those guys going. Yep. And if you're San Diego State, you're not used to this. You're not used to 2-4 and 0-2.
And where you're going for answers. You've built this program on your ability to run the football and play staunch defense. And this year they're doing neither. You've got to grow up in a hurry.
Their schedule obviously gets easier, but still they've got to straighten a bunch of stuff out. Blake getting a carry. 5'6" he's listed as. Out of Las Vegas.
All right, so let's build a case for what there's to be optimistic about for San Diego State. Rich, I'll let you go first.
I go back to last week, Maiden throwing the football. That drive that they had in the first half. The emergence of Balin Brooks as a threat. Mark Redmond is having an all-conference type year. And Jack Browning hit a 61-yard field.
Pretty good.
How's that?
Really good.
All right. Maiden loading up, pocket collapses, and he's on his way over the sideline and has a nice game. But he can't do it all by himself. Maiden needs some help. He needs that defense to get better, certainly. 17 yards on that run. Wednesday night, 9 Eastern, more college football. It's Conference USA night on a Wednesday night. FIU and New Mexico State, CBS Sports Network.
Make sure we stay off of other people's logos, allegedly.
Yeah. As Lindsey Nelson used to say long ago, we move along to further action. Keenan Kristen with the run. And we're headed down to Tiffany Blackman. Tiffany?
Hey, guys. I'm watching running back Jalen Armstead for San Diego State. We saw him leave the field limping. He just came out of the tent. He was just working with a member of the athletic training staff, doing some sprints and some cuts. He's got his helmet back on, and he's walking back towards the sideline right now, guys.
Hey, Tiffany, your first trip here, and I know the lightning delay and warning was no fun down there about 2 hours before kickoff, right?
Yeah, it was not fun, but I almost put on my Weather Channel hat back in my PA days, production assistant days. I was going to give you guys some weather updates.
You
got lucky.
That was your first job, right?
That was my first job in the business.
Weather Channel, outstanding.
I was a little disappointed.
This is Kristen.
I got to be honest, because she reminded me a lot of Notre Dame's defense late against Ohio State. There was a missing man formation on our hike today. And I was kind of hoping that she would join us for a nice camaraderie-filled walk through the woods.
Guys, I'm an old soul, and so I need my sleep, the time change. I'll catch you guys next week.
That's right. We'll be in Boise, Idaho. There's plenty to do in Boise on a Saturday morning on a game day.
Now I have to stick to it, don't I?
Yes, you do.
You're stuck. We got you.
2:30 left in this one. San Diego State on the move, but down big time, 49-10.
After Advil.
Feeling better?
On top of the world!
Before Advil. Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. When pain comes for you, come back fast with Advil liquid gels.
You know when a melty grilled cheese sounds so good, but so does a bacony burger with creamy peppercorn ranch. And you couldn't possibly choose because brain no work too good when tummy empty. Sonic Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheeseburger Deal for $3.99.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints.
It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Some things are better left to a professional.
In hindsight, probably shouldn't have tried to remove my own appendix.
Like when it comes to finding financial advisors.
What was I thinking?
So leave it to Smart Asset to find them for you. Take the free quiz at smartasset.com. Then you'll be matched with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors. To get started, take the Advisor Match quiz now at smartasset.com.
I was this close. This close.
All right, the last 5-0 start by Air Force. We got to go back 20 years. This is a Fisher DeBerry-led Air Force team. They beat BYU 24-10 in Provo. That's 2003. Chance Harridge, who had a great career, ran for 2 touchdowns. J.P. Waller caught a 30-yard touchdown. Air Force would finish that season at 7-5. And for this Air Force team, we told you a week off, then Wyoming, and Wyoming always plays Air Force tough. Then it's on the road to Navy in a game on CBS that you and I will have a chance to call. Those games, those academy games, those military games are so intense.
It really is one of those situations where you can throw the records out because there's so much emotion and so much history and so much pressure on both of the teams that it really does make it one of the best sports offerings that we have at this level.
Cam Davis, and Davis is short of the first down. Air Force still playing hard. They're the ones that took that timeout. They don't want, obviously, San Diego State to score, and they mean it.
No, Rich, they coming into tonight, how many games ago did Air Force allow a rushing touchdown?
I don't know, 4, 3?
11. Whew. How about not giving up a rushing touchdown in the last 11 games? Just the little old Falcons that could. Just trying to get a first down, buddy.
4th down and 1. And that's not going to work. Jalen Armstead is hit. Air Force's defense, most of them reserves that are on the field, celebrating.
And that was Jack Curtis that triggered and came downhill and got it done.
San Diego State long drive, no payoff. Big night for the Falcons.
With the first pick in the Jersey Mike's Catering Box draft, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's going to go. So,
the Jersey Mike's Catering Box, a sub above.
Are you sure you can handle this?
You know I've always loved technology.
I get that tech has always been your thing, but why this?
Well, this technology protects the world, and I want to be part of that. So, Dad, what do you think?
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23. Your ad says it's free. Yeah, it is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, sure. Cash or card?
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro, made with titanium. Not that you don't keep your word, it's just that you haven't.
What?
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Why do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
So I can keep them all guessing.
So I know their game better than they do.
So I can take my game to the next level.
Because when your bed is this smart, you sleep at the right temperature all night. That's why 80% of NFL players choose the Sleep Number smart bed.
Jersey Mike's freshly slices your sub right in front of you. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Big night at the Academy, 49-10, Air Force on top. Coming up, we're headed to New York. Recap of tonight's games from coast to coast. Certainly an update of that Notre Dame-Duke game. Keep it here for Inside College Football on CBS Sports Network. Air Force is about to go 5-0.
Best playing football right here now.
San Diego State has 3 timeouts,
Man.
but you would expect they won't use it.
Man, I'm going to go down there and knock somebody out myself if they start calling timeouts right now.
Onto a knee. Clock is running. And for the Aztecs, they don't have a lot of time to regroup. They've got a road trip, obviously a difficult one in terms of execution. They got to get to Hawaii next week and take on Hawaii.
Well,
am I off a week there?
I think you might be.
I am off a week. I apologize to the.
It's okay.
To the charter company that's scrambling to get a charter. San Diego State does have a week to regroup. Air Force has a week to get ready for Wyoming. It is always a blue-collar matchup when those two go at it.
Man, and they D this offense up very, very well. That's probably even better than San Diego State has. Then they go on the road for that Navy game that we mentioned. But they avoid Fresno State in the regular season. That is huge. This is as good of a chance as Air Force has had for Troy Calhoun and his team to get back to the championship and possibly win.
You know, even though San Diego State had won 9 of the last 10 against Air Force, almost all those games were nail-biters and tight. This one wasn't. Air Force absolutely works San Diego State 49-10. Zach Larrier was incredible with his legs and certainly with his arm. He threw for 189.
Incredible. And this breaks a 4-game win streak that the Aztecs had enjoyed here at Falcon Stadium. And there you go. Air Force 3-0 in the conference, on top by a couple games.
And at the bottom, San Diego State at 0-2, 2-4 overall. And it's always a tradition which we enjoy and certainly the fans do as well. When you have an academy, a military game, the alma mater is attended by both the victor and the team that lost. And so San Diego State is over there, and so are we. Big night at the Academy. 5-0 is Air Force for the first time since 2003. They have won 10.